Are we?
Yes, we
are
are.
now.
We are live. Hello, and welcome back to Rolex Play, where we roll dice and play games. That's right, it's 2025, and we're here again. Oh my god, it's been a year, guys. Can't believe it. You all look a year older, a little bit. No? Okay. So you've joined us for Still Hearts.
Do you want me to slap the bitch into or out of you?
Well, I think it needs to be in me first, then out of me. So
Okay. Stop.
What a lovely start.
Yes, what a lovely start indeed. Hello, welcome back. This is session 28. You've joined us for our weekend campaign. We're all here except for one person. Frey could not make it, unfortunately. He's still alive. He just couldn't make it.
He won't be.
Well, he's probably recovering from New Year's and Christmas, but hey ho. Gotta look out there, buddy. But let's just.
You sound like he was just in the wilderness somewhere.
Fighting for his life.
He was not in the wilderness. He's still there. We've just not sent out the search party.
Skiing, so I think he was in the wilderness for some time.
Oh god.
Any questions for anyone?
Why'd you hurt us so bad that session? That was kind of unfair.
Have you recovered yet? It's been a year.
No.
Okay, well we're gonna dive straight back into it. So.
Just for future sessions, can we establish a safe word which makes you stop?
Yeah.
If my only caveat to this is if we have another safe word that allows me to continue.
You know what? I'll get to my lawyer to speak to your lawyer. We'll work something out.
Okay. Let me get a lawyer first, and I'll get back to you. I should probably have a lawyer at this point.
Just get your mom on the phone, bro.
What for?
Mom, no comment. That's what my lawyer's for.
You're not a lawyer.
It's been a while, so we're going to give a bit of a recap for where the story is at the moment. But as well as a little announcement before we start, later in this week we'll be releasing a video giving a slight recap of the beginning of this session, of this campaign, the first 10 or so sessions, for you to kind of get readjusted, reaccustomed to the story of where we're at the moment. Just a little kind of highlight clip reel, whatever. If you go and watch that afterwards when it goes live, that'd be great. You'll be able to keep up to date when that comes up through Instagram and YouTube if you subscribe and follow, whatever. Do the things. It's we look forward to it, and we hope it does well, because if we get some good traction on it, then we'll make more. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
No.
Say that again.
Yes.
No.
Well, Cassie said no, so I'm joining in with Cassie and agreeing that no, we're not ready.
I am. Screw you, good. No, okay. I'm kidding. I love you, Leonie. I love you.
I just think you're nice.
Let's fucking go.
So, our party members have been in the city of Elixir for the last couple of weeks now. Here they have faced off against old enemies, bringing now into the present and getting their own friends involved in the chaos as well. They have come across hidden cults, defeated said cults, found hidden laboratories underneath the city. Didn't win against them. But they are currently left in a bit of a rough patch, let's say. After having found this hidden laboratory underneath the city of Elixir, where there seemed to be something to do with dreams and the capturing of them and using them as a power source or something or other, they had escaped into the city once more. But upon going through, it seems that they were followed. Followed to this estate, this glorious mansion called the Nightingale Estate, led and once owned by a inventor of sorts. There they had been surrounded, essentially, by an enemy, an old enemy of Ven, but now accustomed to the rest of the group here as well. You had fought against this Fredrick, as well as several pawns of his in the Nightingale Estate, with casualties on both sides. Upon defeating a lot of them, and in a very noble self-sacrifice moment from Ven, pushing themselves forward in harm's way, when it looked like Fredrick would perhaps destroy all of you in one single sweep, it was cancelled, and he then ran away, leaving only the rest of you to ponder as to what to do next. But in this almost slight victory, Wrath, Thorn's were-tiger form, was impaled by some sort of disintegration staff and had led them to fade away out of existence, leaving Thorn alive, but Wrath no longer around. In the sourness of this defeat, you had squandered away, teleported by Cherry, the eldritch horror of a cat, and find yourselves in your makeshift dormitory that is your storage unit. Teleporting here now, you are all injured, heavily damaged. The wounds are still fresh. We're picking up right after we last left off. Thorn, your body is rocked physically and emotionally. Your arms are weaker than they usually are, and you struggle to even stand. I need you to roll a d4 for me.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm not even logged into the forge. Hold on. Hold on.
Wait.
Here's a message from our sponsors. We have no
Okay,
sponsors.
y'all gotta give me a second. You're gonna give me a second.
Even asked like 3 times, are you ready? And
I lied.
Okay, yeah, Cassie.
I obviously lied. Hold on. I'm getting there. Hold on. Yeah. What's up?
We've
What's up?
completed you, love.
Okay.
Just
Are you ready yet?
No.
No.
Do I have to
Hold on.
repeat the recap?
No.
Are
I
you
got it.
listening?
Give it a
What year
second.
is it?
Give it a
Who's
second.
the president? No.
I don't want to answer that question.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Okay. I can't see my camera. I can't see the screen. Hold on.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
concussed, guys.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm rolling the dice. Steve 4.
Okay.
oh no.
Your
Why?
body,
Why?
your body
Mhm.
is rocked, and for the next 4
Mhm.
days, you have -4 on all rolls that you make. Ability checks, saving throws. This will recover day by day, unless you have something of a restoration spell, greater 1. Lesser won't do it. But day by day, you'll reduce that, well, increase it by 1.
Mhm.
So it'll be -3, -2, -1. But you are at -4. Your body is
Okay.
that severely hurt. I didn't
No,
roll the
that's-
dice.
No.
I knew it was
Hold on.
gonna be exhaustion points.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, this one's
It checks out.
this one's fair. We can't argue this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try, but
He
we'll try.
killed her.
Dice still
Not killed her.
Dice still stuck, but it's fair.
Sienna,
Yes.
you are holding onto Thorn as you
Yes.
teleported away. You basically pulled her out of this bed of ash, which was the entire form of Wrath. And as you teleported away, those flakes just flew off of her. And then all that's left in your arms is this shriveled version of Thorn, who is much more gaunt and exhausted than you've previously seen her before. Even when you had first met her, she is in a worse state now than she was then.
Oh shit. That's bad. That's bad.
Okay. Yeah, Sienna's just hugging her to her body, essentially having pulled her into her lap and just crying, sobbing over her, just murmuring to her, "Oh my God, okay, you okay. Yeah, just having a nice little breakdown.
A nice little breakdown.
Yeah, I have a nice little breakdown too. It's in the south of France.
This is not the
cope.
time.
Let me cope.
Jack, listen, my friend, this is not the time.
Everyone's smiling, therefore it's a time.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I'm smiling because
It's funny because I don't even get the reference.
Yeah. So Good lord. I think Thorn is, looking weak as was previously said. I also like to think that her hair has grown a bit, like to her shoulders, than previous. It's a bit longer, and she has this like, confused, sort of horrified look on her face. And she's just grabbing her hair and muttering to herself like, "Oh no, 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 no! What's happening? No, Wrath, Wrath, where are you? Say something, please! Not again! I can't have this again! Please, say something!" And then she's pulling at her hair, just hoping that there's a voice in her head that responds, that is Wrath, but yeah.
Nothing.
So Thorn's also gonna have a nice little breakdown.
Question, and I swear it's not a joke. How visible would you say this breakdown is?
Very, very
Cool.
like
I'm going to cast suggestion, and just it's rest.
okay. Stop crying.
No, I wouldn't leave it there, but
I know.
definitely
kind of like a Jedi mind trick where you wave your hands in front. You just cause this aid to stop the panicking. And Thorn, you feel it. The words just kind of soothe, block out any of the static that was in your head before of just the hollow loneliness. And now you find just a bit more calm in yourself, and your eyes get a little bit more dozy. You don't fall asleep completely, but you are in more of a docile state.
Then I would like to... Fennell is still visibly wounded and unconscious, right?
Yeah. He's basically nestled into Ven's chest as he's holding on to him.
Because it has been a bit. He got fully put down to... He got fully knocked out in terms of hit points, right?
He's back up to 6, but he didn't... He got one shot by the fireball.
Yeah.
Cool. Third level cure wounds on him then.
Okay.
So that'll be 3d8 plus 4. 16 more hit points.
All right.
And then I'm just gonna say to the 2 conscious ones, get them in bed, let them rest, and you guys should rest too.
Yeah. Right.
Ven's gonna...
what after that?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to discuss it.
Ven's gonna pick up Fennell and put him on his bedroll carefully. Still look...
and a crispy fish, deep fried and battered.
No.
You see, he is... Frey would want me to do this.
Okay.
It's what he would want.
It's what he would want.
Well, I don't want it.
Quit telling people I'm dead.
You know, Robbie has to draw that now.
Shut up. I don't have to draw anything.
Crispy calamari walking.
Anyways.
I like the order of Fennell and chips.
He...
Robert, please.
He's finding it hard to stand, so you carry most of him the way to your bedroll. He just hobbles. You hear he kind of whispers something underneath his breath, but it's too faint to kind of pick up on what he says. It's almost like mumbling, muttering, nothing coherent. It's just words. Then you place him inside, and he just kind of holds himself there.
So sorry. He's gonna pat his head for a second before moving away his hand and standing up.
I think for a moment, when you pat the side of him, You just feel his hand reach up and grab yours for a second, and then just lets go of you as you walk away.
Are Sienna and Thadane still there?
Yeah.
You
No,
guys tell me.
Sienna hasn't moved, so she's still exactly where she left you. Yeah, you left her.
Okay, hold on. Leonie's very quiet for me for some reason. Repeat.
Sienna hasn't moved. She's still exactly where you left her.
Okay. We can't stay here for long. He already knows where you are. Who you are.
I don't disagree. But I think running without a plan would be worse. We have people we can talk to. Not to mention, my sister is due to be released. And she would be a very good ally. I think we should reach out, see if there's anyone who could assist us with getting somewhere safe, rather than just somewhere else.
We don't have much time until he's back. I hope you know that.
I know.
Our priority should be getting away from him.
I agree. I just also think we can't do so as a panic response.
I think the panic is justified in this moment.
No. Panic is justified, a panic response is not. We need to think. I don't think it's a stretch to say that he relies on people acting on instinct, on fear. If we use our heads, we can outthink him. And we will be safer that way.
Even if we cannot think him, how are we supposed to beat him? You saw what he could do.
That's why we need allies.
What do we even do against that?
We can't. Others can.
You, during this conversation, watch from the edges of the room the wide grin of Jerry just watching, tail waggling back and forth. The eyes are bright. But as Thodane points out, there's an ally here. You have allies.
Then, also above table, you have used disguise self in front of us, right? The spell?
Multiple times, but yes.
It's been a while, and despite what I just said, I'm panicking. But yeah. Right, I've got something of an idea. Could you cast that on me?
No,
Make me...
I cannot.
Great. Wonderful. I don't think there is. There's no door from this storage unit into the office, right?
Not yet, but I believe there's plans to make one.
Yeah, okay.
I thought we were in the storage unit.
Here we
We're in
are,
the
but
storage unit
Okay,
now,
but
But he
it's
wants to go
open.
into his. He wants
Oh,
to.
gotcha.
because in the office building is all of my disguise stuff.
I thought there was a...
Well, you have to go.
Max, we're gonna need to
outside and then
talk
you can
about
go
that
back
map,
into-
okay?
Yeah,
We need
I've
to
seen the
talk
map.
about... There's a door on the map. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But as described before, there wasn't one.
Yeah. Okay, so
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think, Robbie, that Max might be under the impression that the drawing would be after all renovations,
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was.
which as much as I wish that he was saying, no, you drew it on the map, I accepted the map, the door's there now. I can't argue that.
Okay.
Okay, Max, if I'd constantly cast minor illusion just from the on myself to look different, space from storage unit to the door, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's
Okay,
not too
cool.
far.
Just nondescript gnome.
Okay. You leave, walk outside the door, and you can see just outside of the door is Talon. You can see Tal. He's just there, sat on one of these swift drifters. Seems to be kind of operating on one of them, just kind of changing some parts. Sees you leave the storage unit behind him. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm just a contractor. They're doing up the place.
Roll a deception check.
Good lord.
Deception. 17.
He shrugs. Oh, okay. Just continues.
Yeah, and I'll just go in.
Okay. You head inside. There's no one in at the moment. You are the only one in this room. You head up, get your things, get a disguise kit together.
I would grab enough for everyone.
Yeah.
So, oh god, Talon's gonna think I just robbed the place. Yeah, but yeah, enough for everyone, as well as just. I imagine that I don't carry all my money at all times, but I'm grabbing all of that and just getting ready to go. I'm going to do a telepathic, just kind of question for Samara.
She's not here at the moment.
Okay.
She's not present.
Okay, and then I'll try for Snow.
Okay, he's not here either. They seem to be out. They're probably buying some, as you had requested from them, to buy some furniture for the storage unit.
Yeah, okay, it makes sense. Yeah, so I grab all of that, and I will write a quick note for Samara, just saying, urgent thing came up, may have to leave town in a hurry. If you do not see me by end of day, reach out to Boss Lady.
Okay.
And P.S. Take care of Snow.
Okay,
And
you
he's
leave that
going to
note.
hate that. He's going to be so
While that
pissed.
is happening,
Yes.
is Sienna holding Thorn, or did she put her down to rest?
Sienna is not budging and she's not giving Thorn up. She's just holding on to her for dear life and trying to calm down. It's not going well.
Ven looks at them both, looks at Fennel, and what state they are. He's gonna look at Sienna. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm really sorry.
It's
Excuse me for a moment. And correct me if I'm wrong, there is a basement?
Yeah.
He's gonna go down there so he doesn't have to go outside to get some privacy.
You head down to the basement. It's dark. There is an entranceway to the sewers that you've kind of shabbily made. But this room is pretty much empty. And as you look to the space itself, in the very, very corner of the room, it is darker than most. Pitch black. And you can just see the silhouette of something at the very edges of it, resembling your... I just look at resembling your shadow.
As he's walking towards them, his breath becomes shaky. As he's replaying all of the moments from a couple of minutes ago, essentially, in his head. And he kind of runs towards them, almost
Mhm.
looking like he's going to tackle them, but hugs them.
You run towards them, embrace them in a hug, and you hug what feels like their back. As they're not looking directly at you, they seem to have their back to you at the moment and seem to be looking further into the corner of this room. As you embrace them, you feel their slender, tall body is that of Melody, and you feel a hand on your head just begin to scrunch into your hair. Don't worry. As much of as an inconvenience that was, be proud. We were able to survive his onslaught. He's powerful. But look at what we did. And you see their hand almost guide your head to the side of their body, and you look into the corner as well. And you can see the expression of Fredrick's face, almost like a live replay of his head. You see moments of dialogue when he's talking, no voice, no sound. You just see the kind of cocky, arrogant look that he has most of the time. But then, as you yourself are replaying moments in your head, they almost sync up. And when you acted against him, you could see fear in his eyes. You can see a almost frightened of you and themselves. The expressions are mixed, and on occasion you see almost like this inner conflict that is brewing up, which you had seen yourself, but this time it's almost split in their own mind, and you're just watching this kind of madman's expression just flip back and forth between several states of a steady mind, a broken mind, and everything else that a mind can be. We rattled him. We made the move. He thought that he could get a better hand on us. This was much more beneficial than we thought.
Beneficial? At what cost? Look at them.
You
Look at what
see
he
Melody
did to them. And not a
looks
scratch
down
on
to
me.
you. I know. I know that you care for them. But they didn't do this for themselves, they did this for you.
They shouldn't have to.
But they will. Time and time again. You're always worth it.
I'm not worth 4 of their lives. It's exactly what he would want anyways.
Do you or do you not think that Fredrick needs to go?
Of course I do. And I'm going to make sure of it.
And at what cost?
My own.
What if that's not enough?
I'll find a way then.
You're always very persistent. And I thought that you might have this rhetoric.
He's never going to stop.
And you see they smile. They smile, the shadow smiles. I know. And that's why I thought I'd leave a little present with him.
What?
When he was distracted by the rest of you and unaware of my presence, but I think now he might be, since he'd mentioned something along the lines of making deals with shadows. I left my mark. I know his every step. I know where he is. I don't know what he's always thinking, but I know us.
Is he nearby then?
No, he's at his home, sulking, licking his wounds. He's weak. He's afraid.
And we do the rest of our plan now as quickly as possible.
If only you think it's worth the time.
You don't think taking out the clones is worth it anymore?
They might help piece together the puzzle. And any sort of advancement in this game could be beneficial. But there are a lot of moving pieces. Do we want to take a step back and find them all? Or we can strike them head on. It is your choice to make. And to one decision or another.
Oh, is it me lagging or is it Max lagging for
It's me.
others, guys? Okay. Can you repeat what you said?
You make the decision. I will help you, but not guide you to it.
Striking him on right now would be a horrible idea. I have enough resources on me. And quite honestly, I don't think I'm ready. But we could leave a message.
What sort of message would you like to leave?
Want to scare him even more.
That can be arranged.
You could see the previously you could see the clones, right? And where they are approximately.
I have a feeling, yes.
Let's go with the easiest one then.
Well, it'd be the one that we last saw.
The biker, yes.
Shall we move now? Or would you like to bring one of your friends with you?
I think they've been enough through today. We'll wait till they go to sleep.
You see they nod and they just bring you in for one more hug. The final image of Fredrick's face that you can see is the final one that you'd seen him when he teleported away. Almost on the verge of tears. Someone who is completely defeated and shocked by what they were about to do. But we'll go over to anything you want
Just
to
one
say?
last thing.
Yeah.
As he's looking at that image, he tears up out of frustration, glaring at Fredrick's face. And as he's hugging the shadow figure in front of him, like almost a bit of his color from him fades.
Okay. Thordane, you retrieve your disguise. Disguises for everyone. Leave a note behind for Samara. You head back to the to storage unit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just minor illusioning again, but this time with a big sack going, yeah, still a contractor.
Okay. You walk out the front door. You can see Tal is there. You can see now someone's actually walked up to him and talking to him. He seems to be in conversation and doesn't really pay much attention to you. I would like you to roll a stealth check, though, just to see if his passive perception can find you.
Yeah, fair enough. Where the heck? What's going on? My tabs have all moved.
Dun, dun,
That's
dun.
weird.
Mm.
Oh, not great.
You overhear a conversation of some human man who seems to be a friend of Tal's. So he just looks over. Yeah, and well, there was a fire at the Nightingale estate. I don't even know what happened there. It's strange. Fire just started brewing, and the fire giants, they all came. The guards were trying to take out the fires, but there was, I don't know, it's all gone. You see he's about to say something, and then Tal just puts his hand up. No, it's okay. Hey, contractor, right?
Yeah.
What is it you're contracting to do?
Furniture. He's got a bunch of like clothes and shit. He wants them moved into this storage unit. I guess clearing up some office space.
Okay, can I just look in the bag for my own safety?
Yeah, sure. And he will see a bunch of clothes and shit.
Yeah, he looks into it. Okay.
2 fake beards, wigs.
Why does he have 5 wigs, all the same color, but just slightly different? I won't even ask.
I mean, it's a detective place, right? They've got to snoop around.
He kind of looks at you. Roll a deception check.
Oh god.
He was ready to let you go. Why did
You
you
can't let
dig
go.
deeper?
You just can't let go.
25.
Nice.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. Okay, well, it's all worthless stuff anyway, so even if you were a thief, it doesn't really matter. So.
There is a definite twitch. Worthless. Well, yeah. Thanks for checking. Who the hell are you? Yeah, never mind. And he's just going to carry on and go to the storage unit.
He just looks and goes, well, I'm a very happy man today, so good luck with managing these clothes. He just heads back to operating on the bike.
Yeah, goes back in, drops the illusion, and then still in the basement, right?
No. Oh well, yeah, actually, yeah, they'll still be in the basement, but you probably head up at this point.
Sienna's moved herself and Thorn into their into where they've been sleeping. Just put Thorn down, just sitting next to her, still holding onto her arm.
Okay.
But he has moved. Yes.
Yay, progress.
Thorn looks like, you know that one picture of the 1,000-yard stare, that sort of meme? She looks like that pretty much. She looks like that pretty much.
Where it's just a horse looking onto the horizon. It says "man."
No. The army soldier who looks like he's just seen death over.
Where'd Thorn get a helmet? You know what? I'm not going to question.
Let's go out of their scalp.
Yeah. Right. Is Cherry still here?
Yes.
Okay, then. I'm going to just put the bag containing the disguises to the side, and I'm going to walk up to Cherry.
As soon as you begin to walk over, you see the head twists around 180 degrees and then kind of twists back.
Mhm.
Hi.
How's it going? How would you like to help us potentially fuck up that guy's day?
What does it mean to fuck up?
Generally make it worse.
Mm, no, I don't want him to have a good day. So yes, I would prefer
Excellent.
to make his day and night even worse than they were before.
Well, I'm hoping that the people I'll get in touch with will continue to have that kind of effect for a good few weeks, if not months.
Okay. What are you asking from me?
I need to send some messages, and I can't really be seen walking around. You can teleport, correct?
Yes.
Apologies if it's a bit mundane, but sometimes it's the little things that can really help you get some good old-fashioned revenge.
You see the paws extend outwards and leans against the floor, looking at you, placing their head on top. Revenge. I like revenge. Tell me more.
You see, we've worked with some people who have quite a bit of influence. People who would have a vested interest in, not necessarily, Freddy the Bastard, but some of the people he's worked with.
How do you know that he does not have a father?
Okay, you know what? We'll set that aside. I have a feeling that if I teach you how insults work, you're going to have a lot more fun with things.
I do like to say swear words, so please indulge me.
They are fucking great, aren't they?
Just a question. Am I back up by now?
Yeah, at this point you'd come up.
Yeah. But yeah. One of the people we've worked with, he's in charge of a fair few people and organisations that have a vested interest in taking care of people like Fredrick. But more specifically, I know that some of them will have interest in the people he's working with. Don't know if you've ever heard this phrase, but no man is an island. What that means is
They are men.
we're going to have to teach you idioms. What that means is that no one stands on their own. There's always people who they rely on, even if they don't like that fact, even if they don't want to admit it. Earlier today, we saw Fredrick getting something. Not sure what. Seemed like he really needed it. I know some people would be interested in catching the people who gave him that thing. If we
Who
can
might
get
that
rid of
be?
them, Fredrick's affected. If Fredrick's affected, he's vulnerable. And then one day, might be able to take care of that problem on a more permanent basis.
You
We need
wish
to-
for me to work alongside you and these powerful friends, no?
For now, I'd like your assistance today, but if you'd like to make that long term, I wouldn't argue that. Wouldn't mind that at all, actually.
I have a little request. I am not a usual type. I have had run-ins with the Institute, and people have deemed me dangerous. I don't know why.
Might be the admittedly rather impressive dream powers. Got a glimpse into some of your stuff earlier. It's impressive.
Well, if placed in the wrong hands, yes. But my hands are very,
But the paws, aren't they?
They can be hands. But my request, that I am free to do as I like. I help you, and I am no longer hunted. I am protected. And perhaps even it is ever so lonely in the sewers. Perhaps I could get more friends.
Perhaps you won't have to live in the sewers.
Perhaps I won't. Perhaps I can live anywhere. My home is no longer. My master is long dead. This city has nothing else for me.
Tell you what, I can't make that full promise. What I can do is negotiate on your behalf. Now, I understand that you've not had the easiest go of things. The way I see it, the best compromise we could get for you is anything from before, we'll ignore. But if you were to do anything that harmed people who were underserving in the future, then we'd look into you for that. That being said, I don't think you'd go after the undeserving, would you?
Ben kind of gives Thadane a look of,
You, in your head, I don't mean that.
Ben kind of rolls his eyes and looks back to Cherry. At least I can promise you I will protect you from those who hunt you, as long as you're on our side.
The two of you can roll persuasion checks.
Sweet.
Max, do you know what our
both
camera's
or-
off?
No.
Okay.
I'll refresh it just in case.
Are we both rolling, or is someone
Both
rolling?
of you separate.
Okay.
24.
There I am. Thank you.
For the bite set. 19 and 24. Okay. Yeah, he looks over and well, I think we can draft an agreement, but as we stand, you have my eyes.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Now, you just give me a few minutes. Gotta try and make myself look a bit different.
Before you get into a slightly ridiculous outfit. Sorry, they are quite.
He wears a bright blue coat, I point at Fennell's coat.
Anyways. You're right, we need a plan. However, 2 days. 2 days and then we leave. We can't stay here.
I'll be honest, I was gonna push for one, so
We need
if
to wait for the amulets.
Yeah, that is the ideal. I wanted one because my sister's due to be released tomorrow. And, well, I think it'd be good to touch base. 2 days, if we get the amulets and then we go.
And the potions.
And the potions. What I wanted to do today, I'm not sure when you came up, sorry.
And just one more thing. I agree that we need to find allies. But we can't just find people who like us. I feel like we need to find people who hate him. Who'll have dirt on him.
Oh, yeah, that's
I know
the
you
plan.
said he relies on people, but the only weakness so far that we know he has is me.
Yeah, that's the only weakness we know of. I have a feeling whatever that shit he put on himself when we were looking earlier is a vulnerability at least, if not an outright weakness.
And if he appears before we manage to leave here, you have full right to, well, hopefully pretend to take me hostage. I don't think he'll try anything if you threaten my life.
If we'll call that a very last resort. I can't argue with the logic. I don't want to have to do that. I also think that he's got some kind of magic that'd get around that.
Still,
No, I understand. It's a good plan
just
that I hope we never have to use.
trust me on this. It's probably the fastest way to get him to excuse my language, fuck off.
Yeah, use worse language, by all means. Sherry wants to learn.
And burst. 28 sessions. You got him there.
We all should rest now. Also, do you need to put on a disguise now?
I wanted to get some messages out as quickly as possible.
I see.
It'll
could
just
do
be
that.
me. Cherry's gonna teleport me near Ascending Shack. I'll be in, out, and back.
All right, but please
Yeah.
stay safe.
I will. That's why I'm wearing the disguise. It's why I'm going to take as few steps as possible, and I'll be right back. Now, my plan was to message Korfak, message the boss lady. Right now, they're the only two I fully trust. Is there anyone, and I'll pitch my voice a bit louder so just everyone in the room can hear, is there anyone else anyone would like us to reach out to?
Maybe Fennell's associate, but would have to wait for him for that.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Sienna, is there anyone that you'd want us to reach out to?
No. At least no one that could help. Only people that it would endanger. And you shouldn't go to the same sending shack. We've been there too many times.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. I was going to go for one on the, like, a different side of town. Also, it's
There's
far away
only
from
one.
Fredrick's. There's only one. Oh,
In the entire city!
Bro,
Those
that's,
people must be making millions!
yeah, that fire gymnast is
Well, why
probably
the fuck did you take
rich.
a bribe?
Family business.
and, you know, you could always use more money. That's why they took the bribe.
I guess.
Like, we don't know if they're giving that kid an allowance.
True. This might be his only job.
It's always
And
good
maybe
charity
getting
work.
any of the money.
I mean, I want that bribe back. He was immediately blabbing, the little shit. But yeah, I'll reach out to Korfak, the boss lady. There's no one else that I can really think of. Once Kiv's out and here, we might have a destination.
Mhm. I don't know
As
if this
Go
is
ahead.
possible, but if you could try to reach Caspian.
I'll try. So that'd be 60 gold for 3 messages.
60?
I've got more than enough.
Wasn't it? Oh yeah, it was 25. Those fucking stingy assholes.
Well, it's 20.
Yeah.
Is it 20 or 25?
We're just fucking
I think it's
silly.
25, no?
25. So
Yeah.
75.
25,
Yeah,
20 words.
yeah, that's it. That's where I got the 20 from. Yeah, I've got plenty of gold for that. I've got
Yeah,
385 gold.
25 words.
Because
No.
the first 5 words are that you are receiving a message from, and it's that.
Oh,
This is a collect call from.
Bro, I am suing their asses when we get more money. I am making my own sending shack.
Yes,
I
yes,
remember-
yes.
We
I
have
remember I
other
wrote
things to
somewhere-
deal with. We have other things to deal with. We cannot focus on
It's
suing
literally a
some,
scam.
we can't focus on suing a phone company right now. Okay.
Yes, we fucking get.
Very
No,
call
it's-
from. Fuck, it's me.
We're dying.
You never played an RPG
Oh my God.
before. You always do the side quest first.
Pick up the fucking phone. We're dead.
I need to grab sending on the next level up.
You do, yes.
Yeah, I'll swap out something else for another healing spell. I've got nothing at range. That's a conversation for later.
Mhm.
Right, yeah, okay. So Korfak, Caspian, boss lady. It's gotten to the point where, because that's Fodane's terminology, I've forgotten her name.
Marina something. Marna.
I'll leave her for last while I go through mine and Max's messages and my notes.
Something,
'cause-
I know what her name is. I just forgot how to say it.
Marina Smitten. There we go.
Yes,
Right.
that's it. I was close.
Yeah, cool. So I'll get disguise, and yeah, I'll be wearing something to just make Frodane look a bit more gnomish, because he's on the short and thin side for a dwarf anyway.
Mhm. Okay.
So I imagine like there's a fake nose in there.
Yeah. Some glasses as well.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You disguise yourself. Yeah, I won't ask you to roll. But you're the only one going?
Can I help him out with his disguise a little
Yeah,
bit?
sure.
Do a little bit of makeup.
I've got the proficiency for this. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I won't help you then. Do it by yourself.
Meanwhile, I just watch Ven do like black makeup, like edge.
Wait, where do I hear My
Not
Chemical
yet.
Romance?
Hey, that's my
Sorry, my Alchemical Romance, because we're in a fantasy world.
Thank you for circling
Right.
us there.
I'm not apologizing. That one's good.
Okay, so that's Thodane. Ven's going to be heading out a little bit afterwards. Sienna, is there anything you're up to?
No.
Assuming
I'm
the
up
fetal
to
position?
staying as close to to Thorn as physically
Yes.
possible.
Okay. What's going through your mind as you sit there with Thorn?
Most of her focus is currently on I couldn't do anything. I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't near enough. I wasn't close enough to her that I could have stopped anything. I wasn't there and I couldn't prevent it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's mostly it. And on the side, she's at the same time thinking, okay, I've got to pick myself back up. You have to get up, do something productive. You have to prevent this from happening again. And so, yeah.
As you are having this moment of not self-awareness, but trying to pick out the imperfections and trying to perfect everything as you normally do, there is a look that you give towards Thorn that you can see, again, she's sleeping there, now resting, but still physically in pain. Her body begins to glow,
Pardon?
golden.
Excuse you.
Huh?
Right?
You begin to look up and down, unaware as to what's going on. And it's not her, because it's also on her blanket, the bed throws. It's emanating from you. And you place your hand up to your face and you can see the shadow cascades onto your hand. It's your mark on your forehead, glowing a bright golden light. As it shines down, you're unsure as to why this is happening. But then you see Thorn, no bandana in place, now just relaxed in a state. You see her forehead begins to glow black. Black light in the same marking symbol that is emblazoned on her forehead. Although the two of you have a lineage with divinity being Asimar's, something holy, something beyond, the markings themselves are different, but the light they shine is the same intensity, although almost opposite colors. You wash her over with this golden yellow, while she washes you with this black, almost grayed out tone. The two symbols glow bright. And for a moment, you feel between the two lights, where they meet, there is a like spark, trying to like break through, almost like sparklers of some kind, just appearing every so often, like almost breaking away at each other as they meet this force, this invisible barrier where the two lights clash and there's just this, but then they both fade. And you're left there just wondering what just happened, being the only one to see it.
Oh.
To be honest, that was the reaction I expected.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that was so.
Anyway, Thorn,
Uh-huh.
what's going through your head?
Ah,
as
shit,
you
what's not
rest
going
there?
through her head? Um, I think she's just I don't know, she's lost and confused and just calling out for Wrath, even though I think she knows at this point that he's gone.
Hmm.
Just begging for something to hear anybody other than the screams of
Can you roll a
her.
D100?
D100.
Uh-oh. Why?
Is he gonna come back? I'm bad at these. 61.
You scream out in the void of your mind, but it only echoes. Echoes and echoes endlessly. No one answers.
I think she. The landscape changes from just what was before an inky black abyss to a snowy prairie where there's
Mhm.
just a blizzard around her. And she is just stumbling blindly through it.
Okay.
Similar to what she was doing before she met Sienna.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fodane, as you are going down and up the stairs, moving around, getting ready, for a moment, you're looking over towards Thorn and Sienna, and the world around you just flips and changes. You feel as though you're frozen for a moment, as you can hear the breeze of the blizzard, the cold air. You see the trees rising upwards, snow freshly powdered, untouched. You watch as Thorn dreams.
So I know what's happened. For
I don't.
Fodane, yeah, Max gave me a thing.
No, you evil son of a bitch! What did you do?
I'm sure his mother's
Aw.
lovely. Max is the awful one.
Oh Lord! Oh no!
So after everything with Cherry, does Fodane like? Would a dream feel any different when he's in someone else's? Like, does
Talking of Cherry, you feel the presence is there with you.
Get that bitch out of here!
You
Get that bitch out of here!
that's the
just
wrong
the,
cat?
you see the edge of its chin push past your periphery. It looks as though the time you've spent inside my mind has blended over with what you have as a gift. You see what I see.
I feel like I shouldn't be here right now.
Is that
Sometimes you
Jack
should not.
or Thorn?
But bit of both.
There are many times where you should not be in these places. You should not see the things that are in people's minds.
Yeah, I've had this talk when I had the class for it.
Mm.
I just normally it's not. Normally, it's something I do. It's not something that happens.
Just. This isn't taught elsewhere. I learned this from experience. You see a hand comes out, the paw, a claw emerges, place it underneath your chin. If you die in the dream, you die in real life.
Cool.
Sake, Max. Wait a minute. Can I inception people?
Don't-
Hell
Don't
yes.
try with me. Don't try with me.
The claw pushes into your throat and then pushes past. You feel nothing. Yeah, I was only joking.
Funny.
Yep. You're a real dick.
I just fucked with you.
Okay, you know what? You can't. You're growing on me. I'll give you that.
As much as I joke, dreams can be different for case by case scenarios. Maybe you might not die in this one, but some more powerful minds might be able to change the course of reality.
That crosses over with my pre-existing stuff. You shouldn't go in everyone's head, not just because it's rude or not respecting privacy. Some people fight back.
And we like.
Although, speaking of, and looking around, where's the other one?
Do you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah. Perception. 16.
You don't see anything else outside of the confines of Thorn's dream.
Okay. Weird. I have no idea if these mix. Does my telepathy work in here, or would I just get the people physically near me and Thorn?
It works inside of the dream.
Okay, then. So, considering what I saw, he's just going to broadcast aiming for just Raph.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
You speak out. Nothing.
Right, okay, that explains
Thorn,
some things.
if you could continue with the dream, please.
Oh boy. Okay. I think she's just wandering endlessly through this blizzard. And she's stumbling. She's not in a great state. And then a manacle appears behind her and grabs her by the throat.
Mm-hmm.
And it pulls her down, and she's in the prison, and she's in a chair. And her hair is to her feet. She is malnourished, scars all over her body, draped in just the poorest of rags, and she's strapped into this chair. And she's struggling and fighting. And a figure appears. It's not Siren. It's a stranger holding a syringe filled with a red liquid. His words are muffled. You can't hear what he says. But he brings the syringe to her arm and injects it. And just there is this feeling, just goof, and it's again and again and again, and you see Thorn's body spasm and jerk, and she's screaming out in pain, and you watch as her form starts to change. Her eyes that were and are green are overtaken by this yellow cat-like iris, and her form enlarges and grows fur, and she grows claws, and her teeth grow as well, and you see the were-tiger. And this is not what she told you before. She told you that she was bitten. And it's unclear what starts to happen, but it moves again to the blizzard. And she just keeps walking, and her form is changing from the tiger to herself, but as she keeps walking, it's just her. And Wrath is nowhere to be seen. And she's just a mess.
So, Dane, because you do have the ability to read lips, I would like you to roll a perception check.
Oh,
See if you can read what this man says.
No.
You can only see the giddy expression of someone about to reap revenge, perhaps. It's hard to say. They are cladded, they are masked, they don't really have many features on show, they are just giddy, is the best way to describe it. But yeah, you don't pick on the specificities of what they say,
Mm-hmm.
but they pump it in with joy.
Right. It's partially above table. As it would the rest of the dream play out like that? I'm asking because I've got something I can do in dreams.
you mean as her walking through the blizzard?
Yeah.
Alone, specifically, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, Max, what I want to do is my one-a-day thing while I'm in a dream.
Yeah.
What Fodane's going to do is just, like, thinking out loud to, like, with Cherry in here. Right, there's a lot to unpack here, but I can't leave her like this. She said she met Sienna in the snow. She'd be better for this. And I want to use my ability to add a vision or memory.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want Sienna to be there and give Thorn a hug,
Mm-hmm.
saying that she's not alone.
Okay. Leonie, if you could please provide the dialogue for this.
Oh, no.
Thorn, you see in front of you, walking through the snow, a figure that gives off radiant light and warmth, a friendly face. You are ever so cold. You haven't seen light or flame in weeks, perhaps months. It is freezing, and it is so It pulls you in. You want to go to it. Sienna, what do you say?
Hi there. It's terribly cold. Would you like a jacket? And she's just taking off the outer layer and slowly offering it to the figure in the snow.
I think in this dream memory, it's like I'm meeting her for the first time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Thorn will just sort of stumble towards her and just fall in her arms
Mm-hmm.
as this chasing the warmth.
I've got
Okay.
one little addition I'd like to make, and just a silhouette of the rest of us in the background,
Mm-hmm.
just with insight for her.
Sure. As Thorn, you fall into Sienna's arms, this mysterious figure who glows a radiant light, so warm, so pure. You see the grass beneath your feet has completely melted away any snow, and there is just a bubble around you. And as the two of you embrace, the bubble grows larger and larger, and all of the snow begins to fade away. The harsh blizzard, the heavy wind is now warded away, and you can hear the birds chirp. The trees now have leaves, and you can just see, just as like a mist or a cloud, figures in the distance that resemble friends who are always there and present for you. And you just sleep. A warm and comfortable sleep, the nightmare no longer. But then you just hear Cherry go, very tasteful. But do be careful messing with dreams. You don't want to catch the ire of the nightmare. They're not fond when you tamper.
Well, with all due respect, namely none, they can fuck right off. That's a friend of mine.
Perhaps you will see them at some point.
I'm sure I will. But frankly, I don't care. I did the right thing.
You find just the way to kind of blink your eyes and then no longer looking into this dream. And you find that not much time has passed. You were just kind of standing there idly for a little bit as you're watching from afar.
A genuine question. Does he feel colder? Like he was actually like...
There is like the goosebumps on his arms, but
Mhm.
it's kind of like shaken off as soon as
Yeah.
you come back into your physical state.
Yeah, he's going to mumble to himself, that was fucking weird. Right, unpack that later and finish putting under the stairs.
Okay. Let's see. So, Thorn, Sienna, the two of you are resting, not doing much else.
Jesus, you
Um,
guys gotta warn me before that happens. I was not ready for that at all. I was
None
about
of
to go
us
all
were.
in. I was about to go all into it. Then I was like, no, hold.
I didn't know. I figured that I'd have to broach using this for the first time. And then just, no, it's done.
No, you're just in my dream now. You're just in my dream now. Great, cool.
He's just there watching, pair of eyes.
I could just imagine that, like, we're on one side of the room, he's on another, and he's just like Sasquatch, like frozen in time. Like,
I mean,
just
look,
like
when people are having nice, fun dreams, I'll be like the two grouches from the Muppets, just heckling your dream throughout it.
oh my god, I almost spit everywhere.
But for the serious ones, I'm going to respect
my
the
God.
scene and try and help.
Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh my god.
I do
I
want to
love
point out
that.
Sienna may be resting, but she's not
Mm.
sleeping. She is completely watchful. She's too paranoid to go to sleep at the moment. But she is like sitting down and not doing anything, so I guess she's resting.
Then you are watching everyone else prepare. Well, I say
Yeah.
prepare. Thorn is currently readying himself to leave. What's Ven doing?
Other than imagining all the ways he will kill Fredrick. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's a good way to pass time.
Can I have some notice before I'm put into one of those dreams? Because, you know, I don't want to be drenched in blood.
No, kidding. He is leaning against the wall, thinking, lost in thought, watching over Fennel. He wants to go and hug him, hold him, but he is stopping himself.
Mm-hmm.
So mostly spacing out, thinking about a message he wants to convey tonight.
Okay. Then, as time continues to go on, Thorn, you see Cherry beside you, ready to go.
Yeah, much appreciated. Just puts on, like, I imagine a fake beard. It's ginger.
It's literally like a hairnet for your beard, and then a beard goes over it, so it's just nothing changes really. Just the colour.
That's how it work. I'm not going to dye it.
Boo.
Okay. You and Cherry, you see they look at you, and you find yourself whisked away to the sending shack. It is fairly late in the evening, I believe. Again, it's been a long time since we played, so I can't really remember.
It was midday when we went into the sewers, is all I remember.
I think it's now towards the later part of the evening. Since you've rested and you went through all of everything else there, the mention and stuff. So yeah, it's late evening. You arrive at the sending shack. You can see it's there. Cherry is basically hiding in your shadow. They have gone completely flat, two-dimensional, just kind of like trying to match your movements to not like stand out too much.
Odd question: does my shadow feel heavier?
No.
How would you
can't
know
feel
that?
a shadow.
It's magic, so I think it's a fair question.
It's not.
Fair question.
Peter Pan looking at.
You see the sending shack in front of you. There is a person who is currently manning it. You see the Fire Ganassi, the same teenager there as every other time. He's currently just wiping down one of the crystal orbs in the side of the shop. Doesn't see you yet. It's just kind of like polishing them. Just giving it a clean.
Okay, so the kid's polishing his balls. Got it.
Stop.
We just had a heavy scene. Give me this.
No.
Continue.
Teenager.
Yeah, I'll go. He's go. Excuse me.
Hi. Hello. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't see you down there. Hi.
I have never heard that one before. You warm prick.
Oh, I am quite warm. How can I help you today?
I've got 3 messages to send, mate.
Oh, okay. Quite the big spender. Sure. Well, do you want to send them now or?
Yeah. I just want to do them one at a time. Here's the gold to put 75 on the counter.
All right, perfect. I'll take that off your hands. Yeah, do you know what to do? Have you been here before?
I've used the sending. Well, I've seen a friend use the sending spell, but I know what to do.
Okay. Well, you have 5 less words because that's just our policy here. So yeah, if you could just speak into the orb once it glows, you're ready to go.
Cheap, but okay, yeah. So yeah, the first one is to Korfak, and it's just going to be. Shit, I should have counted the words out. To be fair, the dream happened, and my plan was the moment that started, I'll write the messages now. I didn't expect to be taking part.
I love the realization you made there, Jack. Just like as soon as you went into, oh, fuck.
Granddad, they kicked our ass. They kicked our ass.
Okay. Hi, Korfak. Kiv's brother here. Found something big. What she was looking into. More than we can handle. We need help. Dead on 20.
Okay. You send the message out. Interesting. And it's to do with Alex Shear. Well, that could be quite tricky.
Oh, good.
However, I do not care for politics. If the job needs to be done, it needs to be done.
God, I love this man.
Tell me when and where, and I will be there.
Okay. I'll loop back to that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send the next one to Caspian.
Okay.
And Caspian knows tradecraft, so I can be a bit looser with this one. Hi, mate.
You begin to prepare the spell into the sending orb, and you watch it just explode. It just explodes in front of you. The glass shoots upwards. You see the guy. Whoa! Whoa!
Fucking shit!
Hey! What's happening?
I don't know. I was just trying to message a friend.
No!
I don't know. I said a word. It blew up. The word wasn't boom.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So why would that happen?
I should have asked you to sign the terms and conditions. Fuck. Okay. Look, sir. I'm sorry this happened to you. This is a malfunction.
Mate, calm down. I'm not mad at you. I'm going to assume some magical bullshit has occurred with my friend.
I fucking hope so.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry for your friend, but my job's on the line here, so I don't want to.
Okay. Look, if you need me to fill out a form so you don't get in trouble because you did nothing wrong, let me know. But that wouldn't happen if he was just dead, right?
Oh no. We've had widows come in here and try to talk to their late husband, and no, it never happens like this. It's just nothing.
Okay.
I don't know what this is.
Okay, so let's take a breath. Okay, yeah, breathe. Okay, follow me. I just in for free.
Okay.
Oh, fuck's sake.
God, they're gonna think you killed somebody.
I'm just gonna start lightly smacking him in the face. Get up.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Did I fall asleep?
No, you passed out because you were breathing wrong. Okay, fire genasi, mate, not air genasi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need to take the breaths properly. So, get a book on that, maybe. Jesus Christ. Don't know who that is.
You feel a tug at your leg. You feel the shadow of Cherry just kind of like grip onto you. I will need to go. I'll find you in a second. And you see they just fade away. The shadow becomes more visible, less opaque. And then you begin to hear footsteps. Two people begin to walk over. You see, looking around with a steely-eyed look, as though they're searching for something, cladded in armor, well equipped, as though they are some sort of trained assassin of sorts. A female plantoid, a dryad of sorts, who has skin that is of leaves and plant-like substances. Tall, broad-shouldered, feminine, but still very broad. You see tons and tons of metallic elements just wrapped around them, leathers black and scorched across their body, a warrior, a fighter, an assassin. She stands at about 7'5", and she's just walking straight across, lumbering forward. And by her side, you can see a not smaller in the sense that she's a dwarf or anything, but by their side, much smaller. You see a feminine woman, perhaps in their mid-40s or so, a humanoid race that is more akin to something that you would have run into, a drow specifically. You can see this woman has long, white, silky, straight hair that goes past her pointed ears, and they themselves have less armor, more of this kind of like very opulent looking design on the front chest, which resembles that of a griffin's head, but just the outline of it. The shoulders pointed outwards to the side, and the beak in the center that has a almost bloody razor sharp end to it that is like a barb for impaling someone on. The rest of her is kind of scorched, scratched. You can see along her arms, which don't have sleeves, they are almost indented with like runic lines in them. And the two of them begin to walk around. You can see the drow. She has this long, beautiful blade placed behind her back, and she's looking across the way, sees you, and looks to her companion. The companion, roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Assassins.
This is fun.
22.
Excuse me, what is
You can
happening?
see the plantoid is currently holding some sort of spell, concentrating on something to enhance their vision, it seems. And you can see they almost look like they're following the traces of when you first arrived just outside of the shack. They follow the same path, and she's looking down at the same steps in which your shadow was following. And she looks down at the drow and nods. The drow then walks over to you. Excuse me, gentlemen. Have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
perhaps seen any moving shadows?
Yeah, whenever someone fucking moves, that's what they do. Sorry, look, an orb just exploded. I'm not in the best of mood.
An orb just exploded.
Yes, try sending a message. Motherfucker exploded. You a guard? Can you help with that?
Well, I can't help with... Well, unless you want to hire me.
Could you help if I did? Or are you just one who smacks things?
Well, aren't you rude?
I'm sorry. Glass orb exploded very close to my face.
As you're saying that, in a flash, you watch as the blade from her back flies out, slams in front of you where the orb was, and you see pushes down past the wooden kind of outpost that's here, cuts right through like butter. You watch as this kind of purplish energy shoots up and down the blade. The blade itself is a great sword, huge, and she holds it in one hand as it just slams down into the ground. She pulls it back free. I'm sorry. I don't care. Places the blade back. Now, please, a bit more civility.
I'm sorry,
Going
from the lady who just drew a weapon for no fucking reason? You're talking about civility?
Well, I need to know a question from you, sir. Your shadow leaves an imprint of something we've been chasing down, a monster. And the imprint can only be left behind by someone who has been very close with them. So please explain to me, where is the cat?
What cat?
Roll a deception check.
You've got this. You've got this.
16.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when
Mhm.
he rolls so we can't see.
I know.
You see she walks around. So you don't know anything about this cat, Cherry? mischievous little dream eater, the one that goes around and stalks people's dreams and messes around with what goes within their minds.
You're
You don't know
you're,
about
you're a girl who had a cat called Apple once, but never one called that fruit.
apple. I love apples. Tasty.
Yeah, take it or leave it. Is this the drow or the dryad, by the way?
The drow's talking to you. And why are you sending a sending message so late in the evening?
Because I've got to send it now.
To who?
A friend of mine. Then I've got another one to my boss.
All right.
Make my own hours if you need to know.
I'm just trying to figure out the parts of what you say are true and a lie, because the first one you mentioned is a lie, but everything else since is true.
Yeah, who the fuck are you again? Are you a guard? You're just a random person?
No.
Do you have any fucking authority?
Yes, I do.
Care to
I'm part of the
share?
Institute. Do you know of the Institute?
The Institute of what?
No, we are just known as the Institute.
Oh, that's fucking lazy.
When you have a strong brand, I don't think so.
Well, I've never heard of the Institute. I've heard of plenty of institutes of, for example, learning.
Well, we are the monster hunters. We kill and we take and we find those that try and ruin society. And, well, the little friend that you had with you, they've been quite a nuisance. Troublesome. And there is a bounty on their head, and they must be eradicated. So I'll ask you again. Why are you trying to save them?
So you work for a private organisation. Is that what I'm hearing?
I work for an
You're not actually
organisation that
part of
works in tandem with the city itself. There are many branches that we have, one in Duskwind, one here.
Oh, so you do contract work, you don't actually have authority?
We do both. We have both.
No,
Make
but
sure
right
that
now
it's
do you have
all
authority, or you're doing something for the Institute and not the city?
This is in the betterment of the city.
Answer the question properly, not with a workaround there.
I also have the authority to incarcerate people.
So do I. It's called a citizen's arrest. Everyone has that.
You're very careful with your words as well, aren't you?
I mean...
I like that. That you're a little worm. More fun.
Oh,
we're
making hype jokes, are we?
No, worms are little, puny and frail, and can break easily. But they also hide and scour and find themselves in the dirt.
Yeah, and peacocks like to make themselves look big to scare off predators.
Well, at least I look good.
I wouldn't say that. You look a bit garish to me.
If the money flows, why not show it?
Oh, so that's what you're about. Thank you for being honest for the first time in this conversation. Now, are you done? Because from what you said, you've got no actual authority here. You're looking for something that's of interest to private organisation. You're not here on behalf of the city itself. Now, if the city is looking into this, I'll answer any question honestly.
You'll answer any question honestly?
Yeah. I'll bring a fucking warrant.
All right. Well, this conversation seems like it's not going far. One question I will ask you, though, before I leave, and leave you to your broken orb. Why are you wearing a disguise?
I make my own hours. A lot of jobs which necessitate that where you need a disguise. Again, you get a warrant. Tell you what we want now.
Hiding from someone?
Like I said, you get a warrant. I'll tell you all you need to know.
They get a bit closer to you.
Should I get a step ladder so you don't break your back, you bitch?
I like you.
The feeling is not
Right.
mutual.
I think I'll be seeing you a lot more.
You go and believe in that.
All right. Well, good evening, gentlemen. If you see anything that catches your eye, a shadow that moves, that doesn't move with something else, then please contact the Institute. More specifically, if you could get in contact with me. Vivian Crane, Deerstalker, leader of the Institute. I'll see you both very soon. And she leaves. You watch as the plantoid is continuing to look at you. Their eyes, their irises are yellow, and there is no light behind them. It's just kind of this glinting glare as they just stare.
Yeah.
They have this almost like wooden bark that extends out from the brow and hides almost like a mask around their face, where you can't see many of the expressions beneath them, but just looks towards you and just continues to
I'll
flow.
wave while they're looking, and it will transition into the wanker sign.
Two of them head off.
For any one of the players gives me shit, I didn't give a name at any point.
No, we're good. You're
It's
perfectly
fine.
good. This was
It's fine.
amazing.
Yep.
I can't tell if they're gonna hate each other or have like
They're
mad
sex.
sex.
they're gonna have sex. They're
You
gonna
can do
fuck.
both. You can do both.
Hate
Oh,
sex.
she has only gotten hotter. How's this?
Yay! She's back. Oh, I love her.
Nah, that should be back. She was mean. She was mean to me
Also,
all the time.
the moment they're gone, the mother of all just breaths is going to be released by Fode. Just, okay, I need to learn to shut the fuck up.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do, my friend.
And when you should recognize the name.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
The moment.
Okay.
As it, I think my eyes widened on camera.
You see the guy who works here as well. He's like, what the hell's what was that? I don't know if you guys are gonna fuck or what. That was strange.
I mean, personally, I'd rather just shoot her in the face. You didn't hear that.
Why are you wearing a disguise?
I really can't say, kid.
Okay, look, I'm sorry this thing exploded. It's not really my fault.
Yeah,
but I have another one over here, so if you just want to come over, you can finish the thing.
Keep the gold I paid for it, because I know what I did the sending. It's no one's fault.
It could be a lawsuit. You can get money from it.
No, get the money back.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, thank you. He takes the money.
No,
you
stupid bastard.
Really generous.
I'm gonna have to send another, because the first one I sent, I wanted to follow up. So while I do these two, if you could just look in the back, see if there's anything that explains why an orb explodes, and just we'll call it even if you can tell me why, just so I know what's happening with my friend.
Okay, sure. Okay, I'll go downstairs. You see, he mimics going downstairs. There's no basement.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like hides behind, looking through a book.
Okay, then. Sweet. I'll give the kid a chuckle at that.
No.
Excuse me.
And a cough.
Yeah. Look, that was
A chuckle and a
lot
lung.
of speaking at a gruffer register. So,
Don't worry.
sorry, just scrolling back up, because I feel that I'm going to have to call her by her name and not just boss lady to really sell that this is important. So yeah, I'll send the sending to Marinia. Hey Marinia, it's Fodane. We stumbled on something that way outside of a small agency's purview. May have... No. Please swing by soon.
Okay. Thorn, it is unfortunate to hear that, but I will come by and make sure that we can sort this out quickly. I would hate for one of my best supporters to go without treatment. So I will be around as soon as possible.
Okay, great. And I'll give up the last one to Korfak. So he asked when and where, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He said, tell me when and where, and I'll be there.
Okay, so let's just say for the morning, and much appreciated. We may have to skip town soon. My office tomorrow, ideally the morning.
I will be there with my high priestess, and we can discuss things.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So that's
flicking through the book, you hear the Figanesi come up again. Okay, well, there's nothing. There's a long list of things that this could have been, but some of the highlights that I could see is perhaps there's someone on the other side that was trying to prevent this from happening and then cause a feedback loop, whatever the fuck that means. I have no idea. Also, it could be that they're in a place that is highly ridden with unstable magic, perhaps. Or you are you?
I really hope not, considering what your business model is.
Okay, then noted. I think then we'll go for the first one. Yeah, there's not much else. Typically, it's when there's someone not wanting you to see what they're getting up to. But that means that to be able to do something like this, either they're really close by or they're a very powerful caster or something, you know.
Right.
Hard to say. Sorry.
No, you got nothing to be sorry for. I will say, don't mention the name I used for that sending.
What sending?
Spot on.
He gives a wink.
So thanks for your help, and well, I hope those two don't come back. But yeah, have a good evening, mate.
You too. What's your name so I can write you down in my book?
John Doe.
John, I got a lot of those recently. Okay. Let's see you around, John Doe. Begins to write down the heights, everything else. Yeah, he's 3'5".
Yeah, ginger.
A ginger.
So not only are they scamming people by selling these setting spells for way too expensive, they are also tracking information.
God,
This is literally not a phone company.
We can get
What the
such a
fuck?
boatload if we sue them right now.
But they're also accepting names without ID, so you know,
We
balances
could
out.
get such a boatload
They're
of
also
money.
tracking personal data. This is data mining at its finest.
Okay, after everything
5G.
dies down, we're totally coming and suing these people to get the money.
Is that the
Totally
post
doing
game?
that.
We sue these guys, take over the business model, and become the Verizon of the fantasy world.
You have proof that you were in disguise and you did experience all of that. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an audit. This is Secret Boss.
Secret boss, Jesus Christ.
Undercover boss. Amazing.
Yeah, that.
So Dane, you see Cherry reappear in the shadow next to you. Sorry about that. But,
Don't be sorry. I got some entertainment out of it.
Are you ready to leave?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. And you begin to teleport back.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the home base, while Snowden is away, Ven, do you decide to head out?
Are people asleep?
Sienna's still awake, technically.
But she also doesn't look like she's planning on sleeping.
Yeah.
So
Wait, is this when Fodane's away, the Cowgeese will play?
Then you hear discord in your head. If you are worried about their eyes seeing you, we can leave a little disguise in place. A little illusion to make it look like you're still here. If discretion is what you're looking for.
I'm afraid they will try to stop me if I do go and they notice. So if you can do that, it would probably be for the best.
Then let it be done. Where you are currently standing, an illusion begins to fade over the top of you. And from Sienna and Thorn's perspective, nothing really changes. The room is still the same, but then you are able to sneak out without being seen.
He is gonna disguise himself. Human woman,
Mm-hmm.
blonde hair for now.
Okay, let me add this to the list.
You don't have
Disguises.
to, it's temporary. It's temporary.
Okay. Sure thing. You disguise yourself. You begin to exit the doorway. As you leave the door, you can see outside Tal, just currently sitting his back to the Swift Drifter, looking up to the sky. You see he has a little drink in his hand. He's just looking up to the stars. Doesn't seem to be too focused on the front door at the moment.
Do we still have our Swift Drifters?
Yeah.
We do.
Or did we leave them?
No, you still
Somewhere.
have them. You haven't returned them.
No, they're here, they're here.
But they're very loud.
They are.
Yeah.
I know that Tal has spoken to the bikers before, right? Like they're his. Okay. Oh hey, I feel like I've seen you around.
Huh? Hello? Oh.
Tal, right?
Yeah. Hello?
I'm actually looking for someone.
Okay. Look, I don't want to get into people's business. If you have beef with someone, I'm not going to get involved.
No, goodness, no. Just a friend. Well, we were pen pals, but I don't really know how he looks like. He's part of some biker gang, something. And he mentioned you sometimes.
Okay. Well, one, I'm quite flattered. Two, that could be anyone, honestly. So,
Human, brown hair,
mm,
slightly olderish. Right, Max, if I remember correctly.
yeah. You see, he begins to think. Ringing a little bell in my head.
Mentioned a lot of grease for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know big leather jackets. Okay. Lightning bolt on the back, sort of insignia.
Do I remember that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah, okay.
kind of a
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, yeah, well, do you need to I've had a bit to drink. Probably shouldn't drive. What is it you're gonna go and see him for?
Meeting for the first time?
Oh. It's okay. Well, I'm not gonna get in the way of that sort of thing. So, okay. What's your name?
Christine.
Christine. Okay. Well, Christine, I can. They're having a little party at the moment. They have one every few days or so. I can take you there if you want. It's probably going to be busy. Did you plan to meet up, or?
I'm kind of surprising him.
Okay.
Should you
Um,
try if you seem a little...
Oh, I've only had a little sip. It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'll be fine. Anyway, I
Also, are
won't
you
go.
waiting for someone?
Yeah, waiting for a little bit, but I can take you there and then I'll come back.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine by me. Anyway, I'm a great guy after all, like you said, so I gotta keep the standards up.
Right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, hop on the back. Here's a helmet. Safety first.
Puts it on.
Mm-hmm. You can hold on to me, or you can hold on to the back. Fine. Have you been on a Swift Drifter before?
Not nothing advanced such as this, no.
Oh, well, don't worry. Just have fun. Won't be going too fast. All right. Engine starts, and two of you begin to fly off. When the engine does start, I will ask Sienna to roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. Yeah, no, disadvantage is fair. 0.
That's
Oh.
funny.
Oh my god.
That's too funny.
How?
Jeez,
How?
I think that's our first 0.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
that is impressive.
Hey, at least it's not a minus.
Can we take a moment to just applaud this?
Yep,
moment?
yep.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Of the new year,
Thank
we rolled our
you.
first
You
0.
can't even- it's not
everybody.
even picking up our claps.
2025, first 0.
Look, let's hope it
You gotta
works on
love us.
Hercules roll. The next roll's a nat 20. 0 to Hera.
You gotta
It's
love
funny,
it. You gotta
because
love
my
it, folks.
first roll was 24. I should have been at 25.
Robbie.
Match with the year.
Robbie.
Match
What
with
a-
the year.
That was
With
very
the...
helpful.
Just
What a fucking year this is gonna be.
I believe
You're
that's
living
the
in
most
24, I
complex
see.
dunked on that I've ever heard.
All right, so you ride on the back with Tal. Could you roll a perception check?
Yes. 11.
Okay. You head off above the streets, begin to drive and fly through the sky. Tal just kind of like holding onto the front, not driving a bit fast or anything, probably at the same pace as walking, if anything, just avoiding the buildings, so it's a bit faster. But eventually you find an area which is a bit more surrounded by buildings, but they're all kind of curved in the sense that they kind of create this canopy of a smaller area down below. Outside of it, there are parked up Swift Drifter bikes that are just left in different areas, chained up, as well as being guarded by some people. You can see people in leather jackets, others with strange like tattoos across their faces. A menagerie of different people here who seem to be a part of different maybe biker clans or gangs, and they're just all here. Just there's a bit of tension in the air. There's also a bit of music that's playing underneath. Just kind of hum in the air, beating of a drum, just constantly, just coming from inside of this canopy. You see, he takes the helmet off and looks around. All right, well, I think he might be somewhere inside. I don't really like going into busy places, so I can go with you if you need me to, but I'm just gonna drop you off if that's okay.
I can take care of myself.
All right. Well, if you see Ryder, just say hi from me, but good luck.
Ryder.
Um,
Yes.
Hopefully the date goes well. He's a nice guy. He deserves a nice person like you.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
got any dirt on him before I go in.
No, he's one of the sweetest guys you'll ever meet. No doubt whatsoever. So yeah, just enjoy it. Hopefully he treats you as nice as he treats everyone else. But yeah, I'll hear about it later, I guess, from him.
Yeah,
Have
I
a good night.
guess. You too.
And he flies off.
Did I get to keep the helmet? No, I'm kidding.
No, but you get to keep this feeling of guilt that he just instilled.
He does not feel any fucking guilt.
Okay. The music is pumping. It is like a nightclub inside of this canopy, this
Mhm.
sheltered area. You can see bodies of people inside just dancing away. Some large round tables, people just leaning against them. You can hear a couple of like arguments are beginning to sprout out, but a lot of the people in those leather jackets with the lightning bolt across the back, they're kind of like getting in the way, going, "No, bro, no, we can't fight. We can't fight. This is a place for all of us." And they're like, "Shut up, dude!" And they like begin to push him out the way, and they start like a brawl. No, as they're just there with a bleeding nose. This is just happening everywhere. It's a bit of a mess, but I'd like you to roll an investigation or perception check.
Yes, boss.
I'll give you advantage because you do have the help of Discord and Melody.
17.
17. Okay. What is your how are you navigating this space?
I feel like they're going slowly for scouting on how many people there is.
Mm-hmm.
Possible exits.
Still in your same disguise?
Yes.
Okay. You begin to keep an eye out. You can see a couple of people look over in your direction with this like, oh, they notice you. You stand out in this crowd of mainly greasy-looking people, both men and women. This is like a dive bar for them, but a nightclub where all of their people would be. So you stand out like a sore thumb.
Well, he like blonde, slicked back hair, you know.
No, I get it. But still, kind of present yourself in a very
in
nice...
black clothing.
Yeah. Okay.
What nice clothing, yeah. After we've been through the fucking sewers.
Oh, you're disguised.
And
I know.
singed. Yeah, I can't. Specs.
Okay. You tell me.
I'm texting you.
Yes, I get it.
emo,
I
the
understand.
emo.
But
emo
I
look.
imagine you've cleaned up. No? Okay.
If I know I'm going to this, no, I'm trying my best to look as like a biker. That's why I said if I kept the helmet or not, because I wanted to have it with me.
Understood. And you don't stand out, and you just begin to walk around the dance floor, keeping a watchful eye. And you can find a spot just at the far end of this room where there is this heavy curtain that drapes around a table in the center, a rounded table. You can see 5 or so people sat there playing cards, it looks like, whilst this party's going on. And in the center of the 5 of them, you see kind of laughing along, just looking down, grabbing someone by the neck and just kind of like scruffling them up a little bit as they take the winnings from them. You see the person that kind of like strikes through. Similar face to what Fredrick has, but with a kind of slight beard there that's a 5 o'clock shadow. Their hair is long and kind of pulled back past the ears, but they have like some scars across their eyes and across their lip. Leaves them a bit more disheveled. And as well, their cheekbones seem to be slightly higher, a bit more pronounced. So the face is a little different to what Fredrick is, or what you'd assume to be like a carbon copy of him. But there's no doubt that his eyes are still the same. Although there are scars and whatnot covering parts of them, those eyes are the same ones that you had seen just hours ago. And you can see he's there with 5 other people.
Mm-hmm. Does this seem like a private area sort of thing, or?
Seems to be a private booth that's maybe been purchased or reserved for them, but the area itself isn't private, no. You can see he's currently just there talking, playing a game. If you wait long enough, he may move or he may do something else, but for the time being, he's in there with them.
Can I overhear any conversations that are being had?
Sure. You can hear just kind of like edges of it. The curtain stops a lot of it, and the music that's pumping also removes a bit of that as well. But you hear something along the lines of conversation between four others, not him in particular. Oh, so what's next, boss? We've gone around to the Western Districts. We've done as much as we can there, but it's quite difficult at the moment because there's so much shit going on in the city. I don't know how you expect us to be in all places at once. Yeah, he's right. How do we go and do all of these things when there's so much shit happening at once? There was the other day talking to someone. They said that there was a disappearance in the sewers, that people being taken from there. I don't know. This city's a real fucking mess. I don't know how we're gonna like get out of this. I, at some point you think, why should we even bother? You know, it's just too much going on. Well, I tend to agree as well. It seems like we're fighting against the odds, and as much as we try and be passive about all of it, we tend to be in the firing line. No way to kind of look away from it. We're always being accused or being thrown under the bus because we get involved. That is right, and we should not be involved, really. I do not see why there is any aid to these people. We need to look out for ourselves rather than look to the future and all of these other people. They are not our people. They are not our people. You can see outside of this curtain that there is people out there who fight us, who do not like us because of who we are. It does not matter what we try and do to change their way of life or their perception. We should just make sure that our family, the people that we love and care for, us, that we are safe and we don't get involved in these issues. Look, I can hear everything that you're saying, but I don't care about getting ourselves in trouble. We all signed up for this. We're all here. We all benefited from this, and we need to do better. I understand that we're being pulled left, right, up, down, everywhere. But I believe in us. I believe that we can actually make a change that this city can't. Have you seen what the fire giants do? They're lazy. They come from royalty. They sit there and watch as the rest of us just scrounge around. They look at us as though we're rats, cockroaches. That's far from the case. And we need to prove that to them, that we are worth staying here. There's precedence enough for us to be here. Look, I'm not going to force anyone into this. I never have. It's always been your choice. But the matter lies, I'm going to be doing this until I'm dead. Simple as. If you want to join me, join me. If not, then I feel sorry. But at every moment that passed, I will not forget. Because to me, all of you are my brothers and sisters. Your family to me, and it means more to me than anything. So, if you're there with me, excellent. If not, I'm still very thankful for your time and everything you've done. Look around. When I was here decades ago, there was infighting. There was always someone out there trying to better themselves. There still is. We cannot get rid of that altogether. But look at what we're doing. There will be murder on these floors. Blood. Death. Everything else. But we stop that. We stop the chaos that lies out there. We bring a stability to it all. Bridge the balance of chaos. And then here we are. But this is a decision you will make. And I know that I'm getting older. We're all looking to live on and have families of our own. What I will say to you is, do you think that you could have a family in this city, in this world as it is? Or do you think you need to make a change first? Think on that. And you see he leaves. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. I think I'm going to leave for the night.
Vine kind of moves away a bit from the tent, so it's not very obvious he was listening in. Do I see him walk past?
Yeah, he walks past you. He doesn't like take a note of you or anything. He kind of walks ahead first.
You know, you're right.
Hmm?
I overheard that last bit
Oh,
on accident.
well, I'm not a fan of peeping toms.
Apologies. I am quite new, and the music was a bit much. I was trying to find a quiet place, and that just happened to be it. I didn't mean to overhear.
No, that's fine. What I meant with that is I prefer you just walked in and sat with us instead of waiting outside.
Oh, I thought it was a private sort of thing. Didn't want to intrude.
It was, but there's no issue with that. If you're uncomfortable out here, you could have gone in there. No
Welcoming.
prejudice or anything. We all need to be helpful to others.
Christine, by the way.
Ryder, write a note.
Nice to meet you.
And to you too.
Sad
You
that you
said
will...
you're new here. Like the
Yes.
city?
Oh, yes.
A lot of people say that. Is it true? Are you sure?
It's a very odd question, but yes. I've only heard stories.
Well, I would agree. I love this city. As much as it has its ups and downs, and it's not for everyone, I think there is a hidden beauty here. It's the people, more than anything else.
It really always is the people, isn't it?
It should always be the people. Without people, we have nothing.
Mm. But other than people, any notable places I should visit?
Well, if you're looking to go to the touristic spots, I would say avoid those. No need to go and see that. There's plenty of hidden gems, though, around the city, in the belly as well. Not many people go towards the slums, and although there's been a bit of tension and trouble as of late, there are some hidden gems there too.
Oh,
I would show you around, but I'm quite tired. It'll be a long day.
I see. Are you heading back home then?
Yes, I will be.
Ah, that's a shame.
Why is that then?
I just wanted to speak to you more.
Okay.
Honestly, everyone else kind of seems like they're either drunk or want to fight me, so...
He looks around. Yes, it does have that appeal sometimes. And a lot of people look for that when they come here. But we try and change that in people. Can't have everywhere be a brawl. Needs to be a bit of civility here and there. Well, I can take you to one of my favorite spots. How about that?
Really? You
Hmm,
do that?
Why not?
Sure. Um, I know you are just heading home, but I also do have these fruit beers with me. You want to try one?
Oh, I don't drink. Sorry.
Oh, you don't?
No.
All right. Oh, my apologies then.
No, you wouldn't have known. I just had a bit of an issue several years ago, and well, it changed. I didn't like what I saw, so I tried to stay away from it.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Can I-
we can walk there, or I can take you on my Swift Drifter.
We could walk. Enjoy the city.
It's quite a walk, though. It's like 20 minutes.
That's nothing.
All right,
I've
I'm
walked
tired.
longer. Well,
I'm only
if
joking.
you get
It'll be
too
fine.
tired, I'll carry you.
You're that strong?
I'm full of surprises.
Okay. Then let me show you around. And he begins to guide you through the city. At some point, you get lost in the kind of zigzags, the side streets. And then he leads you to a point that descends downwards. Not like a sewer entrance or anything. It seems to be a part of the city where it just goes on a lower platform, where you can almost hear the bubbling of water below. This is one of my favorites, quite a private little spot. It's like an oasis under the city. Not many people see it. There's a little bit of arcane in there. There are pipes above us that lead throughout the city and guide and power everything around us. Power stations, swift drifters, everything you can think of, even the lights in the city. But they don't keep the best maintenance of them, and well, this one leaks a little bit, but it leaves a lovely glow. Not many people know of it, so how about I show you this one thing?
That's very lovely, thank you.
And he kind of puts his hand forward after you. I don't want to ruin the surprise and the vista.
Can I just insight him just in case?
Sure. First insight check.
Alright,
Interesting.
Bobby, I know you want to murder all of them, but
Oh,
like,
fuck.
he seems nice.
No, no, no,
He
no,
seems
no, no,
like
no, no,
doesn't
no,
give
no,
a
no, no, we're not
fuck.
doing that. We're not doing
Man
that.
doesn't
No, no, no,
give
no,
a
no, no, no,
fuck.
no, 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 no.
Okay, so we've
He
got
is
the
a
angel on the
bark-
shoulder, the devil on the shoulder, and I'm just here for the food.
Bro, man don't give a fuck.
Kill that
I
bitch.
know, but come
Kill him.
on.
Kill him dead.
You
No, spare this one.
No.
Let Max speak.
You
Thank you.
sense
Find another
no.
one to murder.
You sense no kind of ill intent. He seems to be quite jovial. He's not giving you any sense of like no evil in his bones. Yeah.
Shame. Anyways. He's gonna walk forward.
You're such a sick bitch.
Okay. You walk
What a
downstairs.
shame.
Your footsteps kind of echo slightly as you head down, and eventually you see the glow of this pond underneath the city. Closed off, small statues left and right that seem to be looking at this pond. But you can hear this drop, blunk, blunk, of the pipe above, a leak coming through with this golden blue swirl of energy, and a tiny water drop just bloom into the water. And you see it creates this like a dazzle and shine sort of effect to the water. And it's just a brilliant glow that just hums every time a droplet jumps into it. It light, light. It's rhythmic and it comes by every 2 seconds or so. But there are carved benches here out of stone. And as you see it all, beautiful. Against the stone wall as well, that is slightly wet from just the humidity in this space, but also carved in a way where the light reflects upwards and kind of creates this dazzling sort of arrangement whenever a droplet goes into the water that below. you can hear him. He stops behind you. And you see, as you turn to see him, he just looks appreciative of it. And he just watches the drop.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. It's very nice just to sit here and let time pass. Really?
Hmm. Man's gonna sit down, pat the place next to him.
Mm-hmm. He sits there beside you. So what brings you here then, to the city?
I'm a bit of an entertainer,
Hmm.
singer.
Okay. I have no idea of what that can be. Is it
A singer.
juggling? Oh, singing. Okay.
I've been told I have a talent for it.
Oh. Well, a talent is worth showing off, but I won't ask you to flaunt your stuff. I am a stranger, after all.
Hmm. Well, why not? You already showed me this nice place.
Hmm.
Hmm. While he's doing that in his head, he's gonna check for Discord and melody.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively, do we really need magic for this guy?
You hear Melody just say, "No. His frame is weak, and his magic ability is almost non existent. A single swift strike would do."
He is gonna start to sing a melody, mostly like no lyrics, just a few
It hums.
notes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll a performance check. This is when the net 20 comes in.
Oh, don't say that.
Okay, maybe
11.
not. 11. You are slightly distracted at the thought of striking him down because there's a unease of how to go about it. You're singing, but you're also thinking, how am I going to do this? What will be the quickest way? And you're left slightly stuttering a little bit in your performance, but it's still lovely nonetheless. He doesn't have an ear for music, so he just sits there and just smiles and nods along and continues to look at the drops in the water. And he just listens.
Mhm. You know, close your eyes for a second. Trust me.
Okay. Closes his eyes.
What comes up to your mind when I say the happiest day of your life?
That's a tough one.
First thing that comes to mind.
Seeing tomorrow.
What's
Seeing
tomorrow?
tomorrow and knowing that I have a chance to help.
So your happiest day is tomorrow.
Yeah. I try not to live in the past.
Mm.
I try to look forward and make sure that those I love are better off than I. That sounds so selfish and selfless, but I'm not trying to be arrogant, but that's just who I am.
I understand. We all want to keep our loved ones safe.
Mm-hmm.
Even if sometimes those who we love or innocent get caught in the crossfire.
He nods.
Ven's warm smile kind of turns into his numb expression. Quite sad, really. I wish I met you instead of him. And he's gonna strike at him. Dagger.
Okay.
Straight
Where
for
do
the
you strike?
throat.
The throat. Looking down at him, stood up. All that is seen, a droplet illuminates, and in the same time as it hits the water, your hand is fast and guided by a shadow, and the blade cuts across the throat. Blood shoots out, and no longer the single drops, but instead several patters into this lake. Crimson now fills the lake. Blood drips down the neck. His eyes, still closed, slowly begin to open. Blood.
There is any chance you get back to your little puppeteer. He asked for blood, and so I will give it to him. And he's gonna, with his dagger, hit each place where he has scars from Fredrick.
Okay. Ryder has not moved. His eyes have just opened, and he looks to you, blood pouring out of his neck. Your hand guided with the shadow. You slice across different elements of his body, his chest, his arms, parts of his face. And he does not move. He does not struggle. He does not fight back. He just sits there. Not even a tear, but an expression across his face of not a sadness for himself, but the people around him. He knows that without him there, his institution will fall, and everything he's built will crumble. And in the last moments where he's alive, he thinks, and he watches as the blood now fills the lake with a purplish hue as the blue and red mix together. And he sees everything he built, everyone he helped, get snuffed out by this dark crimson. And he just, at one point, stops bleeding. A husk. And we're going to have a quick break. Since it's a bit late, we'll have a quick break now. 10 minutes.
We're gonna have a quick
5
break.
minutes. And because I'm dying for a toilet. Bobby, you sick fuck.
Good.
Murderer.
You really fucking sold it,
Damn.
Max. I will say, you really sold it. You're like, he's just
I mean,
a nice guy.
that
And
I
was-
knew
help
it too. I knew he was
everybody.
gonna pull that. You know
To
what?
be
Ben
fair,
doesn't care.
That was a nicer
doesn't
murder.
care.
that was way gentler than
Not
what Rika
gentler.
got. So this guy
It's
should be
still
like
bad.
this guy.
It's
This guy
still bad.
can be like,
Rick is still
Rika was so
falling,
much
by the way.
worse.
He's still not hit the
Still
ground
falling.
yet.
Yeah.
The guy still
Yeah.
falling.
No, he's not okay.
I will say,
Um,
only one note, which I thought would have been cool. You could have
Mm.
drowned him, but hey, you did. You.
Oh no, that is I am saving that one
Okay,
for the
that's
main
fair
one.
enough. Fair enough.
That would
You
have been
go
like
for it.
that's
Go
too
for
much
it.
for just a double.
Go
Okay,
for
so
it.
Oh.
basically, if Ven ever gets a decanter of
That's
endless water,
totally
you know what
true.
it's being used for.
All I'm saying is Van had all of these nice things and it was taken
Okay,
away
let's go
from
on
him.
break. Let's go
So
on break.
fuck
2
everyone
minutes, 2
else.
minutes.
Let's go. We can talk about this.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.
See you
See you in a bit, see you in a bit, see you in a bit.
Hello, welcome back.
Okay, now with
Before
more
we go
energy.
back to the murder,
Where's
kitty.
the cat? Where's the cat?
Here's the
Yeah.
cat,
Yay.
little baby.
Hello.
Stop making those
Okay,
sounds.
okay.
Yeah,
So weird.
a bye.
Prince.
Hey, you don't talk to Luna that
Jack
way.
is just like, Cassie, bring your dog back.
No,
She's right
but-
here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. She's right here. She's right here. Come on. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold
okay,
on.
Sherry, just a
Hold on, hold on.
more of teeth.
There she is.
Oh my god.
Doggy.
As a dog.
Say hi. Okay, get off.
And say hi.
Oh,
She's a-
No.
Hi, baby.
Uh,
Okay,
I-
let's do this.
Yeah, I
Murder
don't have a pet. I have an orc mini. That's it.
Aw.
we still represent. still respect.
And technically, I did just put my knob on screen.
Lovely. Lovely.
Murder speech.
Yes, we go back to Ven as he has just brutally murdered someone.
He looks down at the body in front of him. His fists are shaking around the dagger, curling around the dagger he was holding it tightly in anger and frustration. Are the shadows there?
Mm-hmm. You see growing out from behind the bench, Discord emerges, looking down at the body, a wicked smile across their face. One down, two down. Only a few left to go.
It's a shame.
Is it?
Well, I feel no remorse.
Never do. You deserved it. You know that. We both know that. No matter what he said, whatever his actions, he was clearly repentant for past that he's done. No one can ever be cleared of the charges of their past. They are there forever, to haunt them. And you are the one who comes knocking. It was his time to go.
And soon it will be his. No more playing around.
Soon
No,
it will
trying
be.
to talk it out, or whatever it is we did before. He doesn't hold back, well then neither will I. Maybe this guy didn't deserve it. But I deserve to get my revenge on him.
He is just one step in the plan. Nothing more. And with his death comes knowledge. Remember, each one has a little piece of Fredrick, a little fragment of a memory. I will need some time, but this will give us more insights into the curious case of what was. If everything is overlapped, then a clearer picture would be helpful. But do not waste thought on this pitiful man. He is now but a corpse, one of billions, trillions, a sea of death, just a drop. Do not concern yourself with what was, but look towards tomorrow, as he says. What's next, fam?
A message. Something so he would know it was for him.
Then leave your mark.
He's gonna take some chalk or something he has on him to write on the wall. Remember? Question mark.
Okay. You draw into the side of the stone as every new drop from the broken pipe above fills the pool. It is a purple glow silhouetting as you write. Remember? Remember all the times, remember all the damage, all the scars that you had given me. Remember. A kill, a murder, a righteous one, left silent and unaware in a place that not many people will find or walk past. So you leave without anyone, not even animals, not even a breeze feeling you in that spot. Yeah.
Before he leaves,
Mm-hmm.
as he's writing that, he's remembering everything that happened in anger. He remembers the time Fredrick kind of ran his hands through his hair, and in anger, he's just gonna take his dagger and slice off at random pieces of his hair.
Okay.
He's gonna burn them away, so he cannot use that against them, but he's gonna cut them off.
All right.
And you said there was a pipe there.
Mm-hmm.
If that said leak was to be stronger, I'm assuming it would draw attention to it.
Perhaps.
Okay. As he is about to leave, it's a metal pipe, correct?
Yeah.
Would you say firebolt, if aimed at where the leak is, would like melt it away so it becomes bigger?
We can say so.
Because he wants him to find that. So,
Mm-hmm.
little firebolt.
Okay. You impact the edge. It opens up further as more arcane energy just falls into the pool, and it just glows brightly. A beacon for anyone to come and find.
And then he dashes out.
You leave and you watch as the small neighborhood in which this was hidden in, the street lights flicker as the energy provided by the pipe is now dissipating. And then eventually, as you leave the cul-de-sac altogether, energy just goes altogether. And that section is just left in complete darkness. This takes a bit of time. So I will ask both So Dane, you're gonna head back home, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you head back to see the others, or do you just go straight into your place?
I'd probably be camping out in the storage unit with them all.
Okay. I will need the two of you then to roll an initiative check. I will create an initiative to see who's there first, because it's kind of close.
No, so Cherry was gonna be teleporting me back with
Yes.
that. Yeah.
It would still be the same, since you spent some time at the sending shack and discussions, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm. 10.
What do you mean initiative?
Don't worry.
Fist fight.
Wait, am I also rolling?
Yes,
Well,
for you as
today
well.
Oh, I thought it was Sienna, my bad.
No.
No.
Okay.
My bad.
So Dane, you
Yeah,
are the first
I'm
out of the
gonna
group
fist
to
fight
arrive.
today, and that's what's happening.
I thought someone was gonna attack you. I was like, no, bro.
just tell
Come
them
on,
what you
fucking
can't
do
swing
it
in.
today. Let's go,
For fuck's sake, not infighting. That's my job.
So Dane, you arrive, appearing in a fairly docile space. Everyone's resting or sleeping.
Sienna's probably started packing up everything that they've unpacked so far. She's putting away all the, I don't know, old clothing, etc. She's essentially making sure that if something happens, they're ready to dash out.
Go bags.
That's what she's doing. Yeah.
Okay. You prepare some stuff to go. You see Cherry kind of, well, what would you like me to do now? Am I to rest with the rest of you?
If you want. Do you need to? Genuine question, that.
I'd like to doze.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do whatever you feel you need to do. We're probably going to try and get some sleep ourselves, to be honest. If you do want to have a look at any of our dreams, just let us know.
Maybe.
Fair enough.
Maybe I might just enter them.
Okay, can I ask that you don't fuck with them?
Okay.
Fair enough. All I guess for. Much appreciated. Yeah, we'll see you in the morning. At least things look quiet here. By the way, who did you know that lady?
You see there's a slight disgust in Cherry's expression.
Okay, that feeling I get.
She has been a persistent thorn in my side.
So, different turn of phrase, please. She's called Thorn. We like her.
That's kind of what I meant.
Fair enough.
Daggers and pointy things sticking in my side.
Yeah.
She has been hunting me down for the better part of 10 years. But she has never caught me.
Oh, good. So she's shit at it too.
No, she just tried to not kill me.
Okay.
She's been very close, though.
Oh, no. By all means, I'll take her seriously as a friend, but if I have to speak to her again, I'm going to say she's shit at it.
Okay. I would be careful with these blood hunters. They are tricksy and they have abilities that negate those that you would be so fond of. They deal in blood, and thus your spells are pretty useless against them.
Now, you see, I don't deal just in spells. I deal with the mind. Don't need magic to get in someone's head.
I've seen your mind, and it's not all that impressive. I've seen smarter people
I didn't ever claim to be the smartest, but I'm good at what I do.
Mm.
Also, got that new trick. How did I deal with that?
Well, they hide. Similar to what you've seen down below, some of these blood hunters can replicate that ability to hide from dreams. They are the dream catchers. They find the nightmares and they catch them.
But the difference is that you couldn't see him. I could.
Mm,
Might give me an avenue there.
You have blended between the two states, the dreamscape and that of the material plane. I, on the other hand, can only see through the dreamscape. Everything that I see is in colors and of different sound waves and pitches. It is all much more esoteric than what you would perceive yourselves.
But because I'm on a knife's edge, it might give me, well, an edge when it comes to these guys.
Maybe.
It's something to look into.
Okay, well, time to rest.
Yeah. Good night, Sherry.
Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Don't worry, we took care of those day one.
I meant the dream ones. They come festering in your mind when you tend to have undealt with business.
You are just a barrel of laughs, aren't you?
Why would you put laughs in a barrel?
Easier to cart around.
I love this cat.
Sienna,
Yes.
as you are preparing to leave, or at least prepare bags to leave, walking around where Ven is, there is an illusion of him present. Your blind sight sees through that illusion. There is no one there. You know that it is just a mirage. A very real, tangible, and looks as though it is him, the real thing, but yeah, he's not there. He probably hasn't been there for a long time, since it's been a stationary, kind of like scribbling in the book sort of image that's been just playing out.
Does the magic that creates it feel familiar?
You can roll an Arcana check.
There's a high chance of that succeeding. But I have an Arcana.
Are you asking, do you recognize
plus one?
Evan's
Ooh.
magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Oh, that's not bad. 16.
I'd say so. I'd say even though you don't
Okay.
understand it, there's just this looks as though it has his tell.
Is Fennel awake, asleep? What's he doing?
He's still kind of asleep. I'd say probably just long rested.
Okay, yeah, then fuck his rest. I'm gonna gently shake him awake by the shoulder.
Huh?
Sorry to disturb you, I wanted to check in. Did Ven mention going anywhere?
No. I don't really remember him saying anything. I don't think so. Why?
Okay. No, don't worry. Go back to sleep. You still look like you
you
need
kind of
it.
got me worried now.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
He's
Well,
not here.
He can handle himself. And he's
It's
in a better condition than the
illusion,
rest
meaning he
of us.
doesn't want us. I know. Still, I would have felt better if he'd said something.
Yeah. Sometimes Van just needs time by himself.
I know. I don't know, I guess I hoped that he might say something. Yeah, I thought we reached sort of an understanding.
Yeah. No. Sometimes you can't explain these things.
Yeah.
You just go
Well, we'll
roll
just
with the punches.
wait for him to get back. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like a
We'll just
waterfall.
wait for him to get back. If he's not back in the morning, then we'll get very worried.
You okay?
I'm coping. I'm
I
coping.
guess you should probably rest.
I don't think I can, but I'll try.
Okay, well, don't work too hard. You do a lot, and you need to get some sleep at some point. Oh, my lungs.
Don't overdo it.
Don't swim into the
Quite
light.
a meeting.
My girl.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
No, good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave him. Gonna leave him to his rest.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna consider whether or not to say anything to Thorn, because
Don't do it. Don't tell Dad.
I mean, so this isn't a
I don't
big
think I've
room.
done it.
This isn't a
Don't
big
tell
room.
Secret.
Don't tell Dad.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
I
out.
was quiet when I mean, you can roll perception, but I was being.
Yeah, that's basically what I was. Okay, because that wasn't clear. I'm not going to roll, but with my passives, would I have heard?
I would say with all of the suspicion that's going on, like the tension's building a little bit, and everyone's a bit like, "What's going on?" Then you arrive outside, and you feel the presence of Discord just pull you towards the doorway, and you find yourself falling into the shadow of the door and then re-emerging in the same spot where you were placed against the wall in this illusion. And now you are present there. Cleaned up in the same state as the illusion itself. Just there repeating the illustration that was left behind.
Well,
Do
I think
I
it's
notice that he's
all-
back? That he himself is back?
Well, I was about to speak, but
Oh, okay, no, don't go ahead.
he's gonna put the book down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you should get some sleep, Sienna.
Yeah, Sienna's just gonna give
Was
you
that
a
meant
once
to
over,
sound
a
ominous
pretty
as all
thorough
fuck?
once over, just looking like foot to head, like injuries, none, blood, none. Okay.
Sorry,
And then she's
just
gonna give you a look, slightly disappointed, and then she's gonna go to bed.
sorry, just above table. You came back from a murder, and you should get some sleep, Sienna.
I mean, I don't know about the murder, so
I love the
Above table.
I love the fact that Ven's just been sat there for like an hour, just like writing into this book, and then as soon as like Sienna's getting suspicious, like you should go to bed.
yeah.
It's past your
Honestly-
bedtime.
Honestly, this might have been. It was just me thinking, but like, don't tell Dad I snuck out. I imagine it's like it looks like a silhouette of Ben, but it really is just pillows in his bed, in his bed hole, and it's just like they like made like I don't know little towels that look like his horns or whatever.
Yeah. This feels less like don't tell Dad and more like don't tell anyone. Oh, there's a knife.
No, he didn't say it aggressively. He
Just
he's going
ominously.
to-
Yeah.
No, tiredly. Ben's gonna stay up for a little bit, and he is, funnily enough, gonna write in his journal.
Jesus.
Ferdane's
This goes
gonna
back to writing.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Sat down now.
Ferdane's gonna go up to Sienna, who I don't think it's a stretch to say you're visibly frazzled. Would it?
Oh yeah, no, she's still not looking great.
Yeah.
Like, she
so
hasn't. She hasn't. Well, I guess she has rested. She hasn't done anything, so I guess she would have rested. Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's not hurt anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think you're rested, like at
No.
all.
No, absolutely no. She's not closed a single eye in the last hours.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go up to Sienna and go, look, we all need to get some rest. I can use the same spell I used before. Just, you won't necessarily have to sleep, but you'll be able to, like, lie down, rest your eyes, rest your mind a bit.
If you try to cast a spell on me right now, there's a high chance I might punch you
I'm not...
again.
I'm asking if I can, so that you can get some rest.
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, in that case, if you're going to be up, if you could just keep an eye out, I'm just going to have a quick nap, and then I'll keep an eye out, and you can just... Let's have a watch set up, you know?
I could
All right.
try something, if you allow me, Sienna. Nothing magic. Just a song. I don't know if that would help you to sleep.
It's not. I do think I could sleep. I'm tired, but I don't want to right now, so I'm not going to go to sleep. Thank you, but I'm good.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So all of you have a long rest while Sienna watches and keeps an eye and ear out. Okay.
Ben's probably
Spell
having
slots!
nightmares, but
Yeah. You all
Healing.
sleep. Sleeping in surroundings where Cherry is present, you all have strange dreams that feel as though they are real. The moments in them have a tangibility to them, and they feel as though you are actually living in them.
Okay.
If none of you have vivid dreams, this is your first. If you have many, this is the most real that they felt in a long time. The dreams themselves vary from happy-go-lucky to nightmarish and fuel-ridden in despair and loneliness, depending on how your mind is going. Probably option number 2 for a lot of you.
Can Fodane's be just the video for Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds?
Lucy and yeah, sure thing. So, as you all sleep and dream, can I just get a brief description of what your dreams entail? So we'll start off with Fodane.
Let's go for the nightmare option. He and Kiv are swapped places. Kiv doesn't solve the case.
I love it. Okay.
that's so funny. No faith in your
saltiness.
sister whatsoever.
No, because it is Dream. He has faith in her. He just gives her shit. It's less... It's more she failed because she didn't get... I imagine the dream is he's like seeing Kiv not solve the case while he's petrified, you know?
Okay.
And it's the reason she failed is she didn't reach out to anybody, because the only reason Fodane did it all was because he had help. So
Okay.
it's that.
Jack, can you roll a D100?
Uh-oh. What
Oh,
does
God
that
damn it.
mean?
Why?
Never mind. Sienna, what do you dream of?
Huh? Well, as soon as Thadane does get up again and takes over from her, she's actually going to, like, with a serious nod towards him, she's going to go lay down next to Thorn, and while looking at Thorn, making sure she's still breathing and all that shit, she's going to close her eyes and let herself sleep.
Mm-hmm.
What does she dream of? Definitely nightmare territory. Probably it's just that same moment over and over again. The blade entering Wrath, the spell taking a hold, and then Wrath starting to flake away.
Okay. If you could
And
roll a D100.
Just seeing the form. I don't want to. Do I have to? I have to.
This campaign is just rolling D100s.
Why do you make us do this? It's
17.
so rude.
Okay. Thorn, your dream. Do you continue the same one?
Yeah, probably.
Where does it transition to?
Oh boy. I don't know.
Cassie, you're happy in this part, okay? Where's the happiness
Okay.
going?
Okay.
The same, chains.
No, that's fucked up. I would never go there. I'll just say she's in the cabin with Essentra and Sienna and the twins, and she's just being taken care of.
Okay. If you could roll a d100, please.
No.
Okay.
Don't you dare roll a 1. Don't you fucking dare.
Or 100. I don't trust him either way.
Okay. Ven?
Good job. Perfect suitability.
His nightmare would be about not the moment where Fredrick drowned him, but rather what happens after. Almost like a continuation of what he'd show to Cherry. Being accused, not being able to say anything. Feeling the pain run through his body when he tried to. These figures that used to be people he knows are just shadows looking down. In judgment, disgust, or fear. And then he is walking through snow for what seems to be days, shell-shocked. His wound still untreated. And at one point, he just collapses in the snow.
Okay. Roll d100.
Oh, Lord. 37.
I will roll a d100 for Frey. Okay. Your dreams are vivid.
Of course he rolls highest.
Which is good, low or high?
They are...
Okay.
When you wake up, there's a memory of them if you wish to feed into that and look back on, that it's there and present. Less than an actual dream that is kind of forgotten about after the fact. Here you can actually think back to them a little bit because there's more tangibility there. It's like you've actually lived those moments, and sometimes the rest itself doesn't seem so restful. But when you do wake up, you find that your mind's a bit more awake, a bit more sturdy. I'm going to roll. You each gain 16 temporary HP until your next long rest. And just as a note, because Jack knows this because he's seen the character sheet for Jerry, if any of you would have rolled below your character level, you would have created something from your dream, but you didn't.
Jesus.
Oh, what do you mean created something from our dream?
Whenever the petrified me is there.
Like in a bad or good way?
Dealers, in this case, DM's choice.
Okay, but that would have been curious if I had rolled below. Could I have summoned Wrath? Could Wrath have come back? Is Jeremy that powerful? I doubt it.
No, I think he's just dead. I think he's just dead.
It's
No,
probably
but
similar
like
to
a version of him or like an illusion of him. That would have been not fun.
Morning arises. It is a new day. And you all hear this knock on the door.
Jesus.
Cool.
That was
I'm gonna.
No, he's big. But why?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my free cast of detect thoughts for the day, and just to check if it's Korfak.
You reach out with your mind around, and you pick up 2 minds outside. One that almost strikes back and answers, "Who is this?"
Third aid Neef, just doing due diligence.
You're the detective. Excellent.
Yeah. And one of them was Korfak, right?
Yes, one of them was.
I will open the door and just go, good to see you too. We've got a lot to talk about.
Okay. You open the door and you see Cortex standing beside. He was knocking on the other door. Oh wait, you're not staying with the rest, are you?
No, I am.
You are.
No,
You
he
are,
is.
So
Yes,
you
yes.
saw him knocking at the other door.
We felt him knocking on the other door.
You felt him
Yeah.
knocking.
the
And you
whole
kind of
damn
like
building.
open the door and you see him over there. He just begins to walk over. He's completely in his same kind of outfit, full paladin plate armor. He never changes out of it seems. Still shining bright. A few people passing by look over and like, who the fuck is that? Why is he here? Meanwhile, next to him, you see a pure black scale dragonborn. You see a feminine dragonborn, completely pitch black from head to toe, with long tendril parts like hair rolling down her back, horns that rise upwards and have this kind of ornate pattern that strike out in different poses. Her scales look quite sharp and almost glass-like in texture as they shine with this underglow of like a dark blue-black sort of hue and just almost like the aurora borealis where there's a light that shines between. It's almost like that underneath the scales. You're seeing that kind of just pass by underneath. She's wearing these long, elegant white silver robes that go past her shoulders and down and drape past her legs. But she is a dragonborn, same as Korthek, and you can see emblazoned in her kind of high priestess garb the insignia of Bahamut. Seems to be a high priestess of Bahamut of some kind. You see Korthek look over. All right, well, I'm here. We are here. So please, tell us everything.
Okay, well, let's start off with a bit of good news. Kiv's being released today. See you later. Bad news. Have you ever heard of the Institute?
Yes.
Okay, good. They're up to some horrid stuff. Is Cherry in the room still, by the way?
Cherry's
Wait,
like
what the?
Hold on.
pulled herself into the
Hold
corner
on.
of the room.
Whoa.
It's
What?
Since
Okay.
when is the Institute up to something? What?
it's not no.
We
Wait,
don't know
I
if
missed like a
Fredrick is in
minute. I
Institute.
missed like a minute of the conversation between Thordain and
Listen.
Vivian. What the fuck did she say?
No, it's the Institute is just after Cherry, as far as we know. We don't know.
Yeah,
if it's
they're not with
connected-
Fredrick or.
or
Yeah.
Fredrick, or
They're not.
connected to the
They're
whole
not.
brain shit.
They're not. As far as we know.
Yeah.
As far as we know, we don't even know.
Did I Max, have I failed to divulge something? Because I swear there's a... that's where we were.
No.
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 The
Well,
Institute is in Causaria.
There is an institute here as well.
Yeah,
but-
so like when I was in the memories and shit, that like the Institute came up.
In the memories of...
That brain.
Brivia.
They were mentioned, but not directly. They were mentioned in the way of, I think they were looking to apprehend, or at least get involved. But they weren't tied to any of this.
Okay, my bad. I'll take that sentence back then.
No worries.
You made
Get
me
the
panic
fuck
there.
out of us.
Bro, like they're our allies. What do you mean?
I wouldn't go that far.
No, I also
Right.
didn't go that far, but
Heart
It's
attack.
like-
I was like, wait.
It's
There
like
are
Jack
people who are
Spoke,
not
and then
trying to
everyone
act
went,
as
"Oh."
To be fair,
Everybody,
A lot of
everybody
info.
sat up.
so the amount of information I got, my notes are a bit of a mess. So that is my
Well,
yeah, no,
defense.
it's fine, it's fine, it's
So,
fine.
yeah.
Anyway, enough giving me shit.
Cherry
Right.
is hidden in the back of the room. He pulled himself into the corner,
Yeah.
where they are just like a faint shadow.
Okay,
Um,
I'm not gonna draw attention to him
Yeah.
for now. Right, so Kiv was looking into a syndicate. We're aware of one of the potentially major players, at least locally, is a Triton. We believe they've put a spell on their name, which means we can't share it. We've been calling them G in the meantime. They're a weapons dealer. While looking into some stuff in the sewers, we came across a facility. And a minor illusion, like the the dust mites and the kind of like almost the evolutionary line of it. So the smallest ones, the medium, the massive purple ones. And we found a facility creating these monsters. They were doing so with the extracted brains of people that were experimented on.
Well, their dreams.
Which they were getting from the extracted brains.
Yes, and those things were only a byproduct of what they were.
Okay, I was going to get to that, to be fair.
Okay.
Yes, but most of us, we all have mouths. We can all share. No fighting this early in the morning, please.
Anyway, through some method that I'm not entirely sure of, they are extracting that. While we were leaving, we saw G alongside a mage of not inconsiderable power in dealings with them. We were followed as we made our escape. You may have noticed a bit of a commotion at one of the manors. This mage is incredibly powerful. They are connected. I'm unsure if they're connected to the syndicate Kiv is looking into, but regardless, at this point I look to Ven. This is really your area.
He is a wizard. A powerful one. Deals with minds and the such. Fredrick Zadro.
All right. So telling me there is a facility underneath the city that is creating this anomaly, let's say. And it is up to no good, as is clear on your expressions. Do you have evidence of this?
To a point.
Yes, actually. But I cannot read it, and I pull out the tablet I picked up.
And do you hand him the tablet?
Yes.
He holds it. Well, I don't know. And he passes it over to the other Sheebians to investigate it a little bit.
I also have. It's not tangible. One of the brains were alive. I attempted to reach out and received a large amount of memories from the woman that it used to be. The person in question attempted to take over my body, and in repelling the attempt, they perished. That being said, the memories are still there, and I'm happy to submit them if there's a way to do so. They will show the faces of a number of the people who were carrying out the experiments. I'm not 100% sure on the time of these, however, as the woman in question was not sure on how long it had been.
And additionally, question any guard in the city, they will tell you that the dust mites in the sewers have been a recurring problem, and no one's been able to locate the source, at least not without dying.
All right. And before we divulge into any more information, are you compromised? And is this mission of haste?
I think compromised is, if not the full case, we're approaching it. We did plan to leave once Kiv was fully released. We've also got some... Prior to this, we placed orders for amulets that would protect us from divination spells. They're due to be completed tomorrow. The plan, assuming we don't have anything come up, was to wait for those tomorrow, pick those up, and leave the city. Kiv might have a good destination for us, and we've got we've really got to talk about everything that's happened. And I'll gesture to like Fennell and Thorn, who I imagine are still in their beds. Fennell probably still looks, at the very least bruised.
Mangled.
Thorn
Yeah.
looks like Thorn.
Yeah, we did not come out of the encounter unscathed.
Ben
So
just
we-
feels guilt as he says that because he didn't take any damage.
That's not, in any way your fault.
No, he hides it, but I'm just saying he feels it.
Whilst this is happening, conversation is going on between you, Korthak. You see the other female dragon is listening in, but she's now walking between the group of you. You can see she looks over to Thorn. May I see if I can help you?
Sienna starts off with a tiny bit, but then she's like, no, these are allies.
She looks over at you, Sienna. You carry the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. A very Moradin trait to have. Keep that faith strong. I may focus myself on Bahamut, but Moradin is a righteous cause. A protector, a father. Those qualities are clearly in you. I do not wish harm to your friend. I just wish to help them.
It was the faith my mother followed. So, and she's just going to take a tiny step back and let her see Thorn more clearly.
She leans down to you, Thorn. Looks like you've come back from the brink of death. Let me see if I can help with the restoration of that. And you see her body completely pitch black, but as she looks to you, deep in your eyes, you see her index finger. The end of it is white. Just the end. And everything else is black, and she just touches the side of your arm with this finger. It won't hurt. It won't hurt anymore. Just relax.
Thorn looks generally unresponsive. You can see that she is retaining information and she's hearing people talk, but her head is down and she's just sort of looking at her lap. And so she just doesn't move.
With the exhaustion that your body has ridden, you feel the plumpness to your skin brighten again. You feel your bones harden once more. The frailness that you had is completely vanished now. As Sienna, you watch on, the finger glows white, and it just places itself along the arm, and wherever it touches, you see life is poured back into it. The grayness disappears. There is fullness to the body. The scars cannot be healed, but everything else that is there is now more plump once again. There is life in those cheeks. And Thorn, you no longer have a -3, which would have been today. Instead, they are all pushed away as she essentially casts Greater Restoration 3 times on you. And you are completely healed. She looks at your symbol in your forehead, looks down to your arms, and she just kind of stands up again. And she heads back towards Korthak.
And I'll say that Thorn keeps her same sort of position and stance.
Physically, she's perfect, but mentally, she's still not there.
Nuh-uh, not at all.
Yeah, Sienna's gonna thank the mysterious Dragon Ball lady. She's just gonna go, thank you.
Don't thank me. It's only the right thing to do.
That's exactly
still,
why it deserves thanks.
I'm Sienna. This is Thorn. May I know your name?
Feline Moonweaver, High Priestess of Bahamut.
It's an honor.
It is more a title than anything else. We're all the same. It is an honor to meet you. Thordain, you see Korthek listening. He then kind of grunts a little bit. Well, my resources are slightly restricted. Not the easiest time, unfortunately. The news of Caspian missing has been shared, and it has caused a slight concern with some of the inner circle. So there is an effort towards that.
I can provide a bit more information on that. Nothing concrete.
Well, if we are going to plan something, let us take some time to do it. There is not many of us. I could not spare any stars. It is only I and Feline here with you to help you in this trying time. And if you need assistance elsewhere, then we will need to gather forces far and wide. But as of now, you have us, and we shall plan accordingly.
I'll be honest, that's what I had in mind, was planning rather than action today.
Good. Because none of you are ready to fight, whatever this may be.
We need time to prepare, and frankly, I wouldn't mind someone else doing this entirely. But I'm not going to count on that. Also, two things. Caspi, I attempted to reach out to them via a sending spell. The orb being used to send this exploded before I got a word out.
You see the High Priestess Feline nods along, understanding. Yes, we tried this as well, and fell to the same issues. Wherever he is, there is someone much more powerful holding him at bay. We cannot track him by any magical means. He is completely hidden, off the grid.
Do you know where his last confirmed location was?
All that you told me. Everything else is undecided. He might be here in the city, he might be elsewhere. Magic can be very tricksy. You can hide your footsteps. You can disappear without a trace.
True, but people tend to neglect the non-magical side of finding someone. While we're on the move, I can see what I can dig up.
If you can
holding somebody of his power would cost resources, after all.
It would cost resources, but a lot of people would want that power, and they will put all of their resources into it.
True, but that means there's a paper trail. Money has changed hands. It's an avenue that is often overlooked because, well, why not use a divination spell to just find the person?
Perhaps this crime scene.
As soon as Sienna hears Thorn utter a word, she's on her knees right next to her, going, "Thorn, are you with us again?"
She's again like dead eyes, just looking at her lap, but hearing Korthek and Thordain talk, she'll just speak up. It's Theron. Something. His presence. Nobody can find you. It has to be.
Shoot, that's very possible.
It's a point. We know some people that he's been collaborating with. We might be able to backtrack.
And that might be the next movement forward for that. But Caspian is already being looked into. If you find anything, then great, but keep your attention on something else.
That's fair. There's another thing. I'm not sure what did it.
Another thing.
It's so done.
It was an eventful day. Frankly, this one might not be a concern. It might be. That's why I'm bringing it up.
I was looking forward to my retirement as well, but here we are.
Let's hope we can. Maybe we could send you out with one last hurrah, and then you can retire very quickly immediately after.
One last mission.
Yes.
There never is one last mission, Thorn. Never is.
We can dream, which, funnily enough, is on the topic of what I want to mention. I think me interacting with the brain may have altered me. And I apologize to Thorn in this case. I can enter dreams. I don't know how.
Senna tensed up at that, glared at the date, and then relaxed again. It was like, okay, no, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I found myself in her dream. I'm not going to give any details. I don't care why you want them. But it was different than being in someone's mind. I know what that feels like. I'm concerned because it's a different field from what I'm used to, and it feels natural. It doesn't feel like a spell I've learnt. It feels like it's like when I reach out. It's as simple as talking.
Since we're mentioning weird stuff that's been happening since yesterday.
Oh no.
Me and Thorn, our Isma symbol started glowing yesterday. They might not eat anything, really, but they did start glowing, and they haven't done that before. And it was only really for like half a minute, but still I thought I'd mention it.
Is there anything else to mention?
Your armor looks very nice today.
That goes without saying.
When the whole thing with the judge was happening, I think Finnair was able to ignore magic time stopping.
All right, why are all of you so special? Can you answer
We're the
this
main
question?
characters.
Why are all of you doing all of these things?
Well, I'm rather fantastic.
Shut up.
Well, the crazy man who attacked us also happens to want to marry me, so.
Well,
There's that.
I was going to say congratulations, but crazy man added before then was probably not the best thing to say.
Yes,
He's
and he nearly murdered all of us.
He's a psychopath.
Very much murdered.
All right. Well, I hate mages.
Ouch.
All right. I guess we need to sit down and just really discuss things. Because
Yes.
you're giving me a lot here. A lot on my plate.
I understand, but
didn't really
would
expect.
you rather we have kept it and drip fed over time?
Something inside of me wants to say yes, but the answer is always going to be no. I prefer to be informed.
Yeah.
Look,
Hey,
you don't need
as far as
to
I know,
solve
we're done.
this.
That's everything, right?
We don't need to solve all of this. Well, you don't need to solve for us. Just, we need a safe place to be for at least a bit to lay low.
Well, you don't have Caspian anymore, but you have myself and the lovely Feline. The two of us will spend a few hours here with you, going over any troubles that you may have, and we will think and plan and prepare, and then we can take you wherever you need to go.
Yes.
You're proven invaluable. You clearly have a good heart, and your intentions are noble ones. So, I will like to see you on the better side of any conflict that you find yourselves in, as long as that conflict is that of honesty and good heart. I have
We
yet to
appreciate
see
it.
the opposite. So, you have my time. And you see he pulls the armor off, that then just entire piece.
Oh
like,
God, he's hot!
Stop.
disappears,
Of course he
Stop.
is.
Let him be
Places-
cool for fuck's sake.
places the armor
Loki,
down to the
Gilf.
side. He then sits there with you. Feline also sits just on the floor, crisscrossed legs. Do you have any furniture that we can use? Or
We were
been-
renovating. Frankly, now that you're here, Korfag, I think we can go into the office proper. We were in here because, well, they'd probably look into the office proper, so it'd
Okay.
give us a advantage.
well,
Yeah,
let
they
us,
sort of know Verdane's name.
let us have some
Yes.
time to talk. And
Yes.
perhaps, since I'm working alongside you and you are suffering against certain evildoers, I may be able to teach you a thing or two. And maybe Feline can chime in as well. But let us
Yes.
discuss and plan and give us the day
Mhm.
to at least, I don't know, give you time to
Uh,
grieve.
I asked the shadows in my head, do you still have an eye on him?
Yes, I see him. He hasn't moved.
Okay. Good. How much time do you think we have?
We have all the time in the world. He's going to be dead eventually.
You know what I meant. Never mind.
You know, they're not wrong.
I meant until he makes his next move, but thank you.
It's hard to say. He's erratic. He's currently sulking in his own bed.
Ugh.
What a bitch.
But what does he have to cry about, for the love of gods?
Yeah, stop crying, you fuck.
Crying.
Yeah.
In
Something's a
Van's
little
head,
bit-
like,
You're a little bitch.
cry, baby.
little
little bitch, Fredrick.
little bitch, little
Fuck you,
crybaby.
bitch.
Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
With that FU to Fredrick, we will end the session there because we can go on hours and hours preparing and planning, but it's better
Yeah.
for us to spend some time to think about it and then go
And
in
have
with a actual
fucking
plan.
Frey here for
have
the
Frey, yeah.
Yeah, who can, you know,
Once.
clue us
Oh.
into, UMI6, which is underwater MI6. Because he's just
We
James.
still don't know
He's James Pond. That is all he is.
what's happening.
Under the sea.
Stop.
Well, here we are back with Korthek and now
That is
Feline
the-
with you.
Back at it again.
Back at it
I
again.
love
Krispy Kreme.
Feline and Fennel, that's
That's gonna be a
gonna
tongue
be so
twister.
fun.
Yeah.
Just going off like beginnings of names, we've got a lot of fuzz and fuzz.
I know. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a fucking
Yeah,
nightmare.
we
I can already
did.
feel it.
So glad mine is at least on V.
But,
Oh my god.
We're going to change it to Fen from now on. You're Fen now.
No.
We've got,
You're
we've got
confusing
Fennel,
it
we've
with
got
their
Fennel,
ship
we got
name.
Fon.
Wait, what
We've
did
got
we say?
Fiona.
Was there,
True. Ben is the ship name.
what did we say?
Finn. No.
No.
I don't know.
That's, how the fuck is that their
Finn
ship
is
name?
horrible.
Vanel? Is that what we said?
Fennel.
That's not bad. Vanel. I like Vanel.
Villanelle.
I'm throwing in Fineno.
What?
I quite like Fineno. I don't know why. It's just pleasing.
Fineno. I like that.
Does that mean anything in Spanish? I hope it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, good.
All right. we'll end the session there. Thank you very much for watching.
Could you say it on the cameras? Because you said it before cameras. What have we done?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well, what did we do, Max?
Yeah. Go fuck yourselves. No, you've leveled up.
No!
Yeah.
Level 7.
And now that Felina's
Fourth
here,
level spells.
you know
Fourth
what I
level
can
spells.
do now that Felina's here? I can reasonably have Sienna multiclass into cleric.
Yay!
Oh,
you
she
go.
can have a little menti.
I am considering artificer as well.
Oh, please no.
Oh, very cool.
You've given
Please
me
have to
2 guns. You've given me 2 guns. This is on you.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Or fighter for
Oh, not
Gunslinger.
the 4.
The 4. Roll your. We'll do the roll hit dice later, but
Yeah.
mhm. All right, we will end the session there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you have a wonderful 2025. It's a new year. We're back in the campaign. See you next week. Hopefully we're all here.
well,
And also,
Yeah.
have a look at our socials. 'cause we've
also
got
see us on
Instagram.
Tuesday. Wait, no, we're not streaming on Tuesday. Fuck.
Not streaming yet.
Next
We're
Tuesday.
But for anyone that has been here for the entire stream, there was a little spoiler at the very beginning because in the text feed where the dice rolls were, there was a spoiler for the Tuesday campaign. Yeah,
There's some changes
that's
coming.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll leave you with that. Oh yeah, don't forget we have the recap video coming out sometime this week, so be sure to check
We
that
do.
out. 'Cause it will give you a little 30 minutes, but at least it compiles like fucking however long.
Wait, you cut it down?
Yeah.
It's like it's fucking 10 hours worth of content. More than 10 hours. How long?
Yeah.
40 hours.
Yeah.
Right about this length, have I?
40
Anyway,
plus
right,
hours.
okay.
As
That
we've
was good.
established,
Was that
we will
it?
go on
Do we have
forever.
anything
So
else?
let's.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Till next week.
Max, click the bye button.
Fucking button.
Max,
Press the button, Max.
Next.
Busted.
I want to say
Max.
something.
What's in the bun?
You're being a dick.